Hello, hello.
Hello, planet Earth. Yeah, we kind of did sound like we know what we were doing on that. We could just have a whole live pre-show thing where we're just playing those songs
I mean, we could do it like you want to do your other releases,
one at a time.
one at a time,
We could
and that be our first one.
be like, here
And
is this. That would I've got all the files here. It wouldn't take long. I don't know what the difference is between that one and it's not on here. What was the Come to Jesus? What song was that?
all for Jesus. Oh, that was the. I think this is it, isn't it? You had two versions. That's our EP version.
I gotta let's see here. There was this one. There was a one that started the All for Jesus mix.
Yeah, it's still somewhere. I ran into it the other day.
You did?
Yeah.
All for Jesus. That was the craziest.
I think when I was pulling the Stink Flamingo to start working on it, but I saw that and ran into it. The All for Jesus mix.
Wave bounces. Was it Moonfire?
Yeah.
There's that one. Man, I really missed that one. There's this one. Nope.
You know, you know, you know who I would get to do guitar if we played that live. I would want to get another guitar player, and you know who I would love to get? Had him on last week
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
because he already likes layering chords, and that's one part.
That's all
That's
that
one of the
is.
thing that we did is there was some stuff that I wanted that layered weird chords under just my crunchity crunch,
Uh-huh.
and he would be perfect to come up with the parts for that.
Was Rattlesnake Revival a band or was that a
Wrestler.
song? Was it a wrestler?
No, Jake the snake, Jake the rattlesnake,
It wasn't Rattlesnake.
when rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake Shake.
Rattlesnake suitcase under my arms. So Jesse wasn't so much Axl Rose on that track.
No, not at all.
He sounded actually pretty decent. That wasn't one of his hardcore. I used to do a little, but I little wouldn't do it. So I little got more.
Wow. Let's crank some light up.
Okay.
Gainesville, hell yeah! Look at this room's going nuts. I don't know who's from Gainesville. Robotuner, who are you talking about? Whoa! Yeah, we went nuke proof there. If you turned in early, tuned in right when we kicked this off, you heard the end of an I Was Eating song that might make.
We're going to try to release and make some money.
We're going to try to get rich off of because
And not pay Jesse a damn dime.
you're out, motherfucker. Not really. What was okay? So that song was
It's Moonfire.
What was Arcane Blast?
Oh shit! What was that? Oh, that was the.
That's what it sounds like.
That was the one. Hate debate sustained.
So I have the Moonfire Gospel.
One
right
time,
here.
2 times, 3 times.
All the
The
time.
debate stays the same. Something like that, right? I didn't know one song subject that we were singing about.
Ooh, that was a demo.
I bet you there's some kick-ass demos in there because you and I started getting into that weird polyrhythmic fucking weird time signatures and shit towards the end of it.
Well, there's some demos on here that are like, why didn't we work that out? That thing. And then hearing Demos
Hearing it
Diaz
done by a
become-
spectacle live.
No. Demos Diaz becoming
Oh yeah.
Implosion Bell or Implosion
Yeah.
Diving Bell Implosion
Yeah.
was awesome.
Well,
'Cause I
dude,
came across
if I
those.
learn how to play drums, then I'll be able to play drums for Drag the Ocean. You got another band.
Yes. I need another one.
Well, you have a drummer in a year, probably.
I don't understand.
I'll be ready to rock
Is this it?
because I don't plan on sucking.
Well, just okay. Don't suck. Don't suck the jukebox. I had another idea today that I sent over. I'll have to talk to you about this off the air because apparently a lot of people like steal shit from our show. And actually, You can try to. Well, this is a music thing, so a musician would have to steal this idea. So not just another podcast or radio station.
There's a lot of podcasters that are musicians though too. So
Oh yeah, that's true. But it's not something they would do on their podcast. You have to. I want to make an album this style, this way.
does it have a drummer? Or are we going to use?
Yeah,
mechanical
no, there'd
drums?
have to be a drummer. And
I might be your drummer then.
It could be. You could be because it's easy. Can he play? Can he play a 4/4 shuffle beat?
Yeah.
Okay.
A shuffle beat. Okay. That sounds cool. I would definitely be interested when I learn how to play drums.
All right. Hey, Doug. How you doing, man? Good.
That's
see
what
you
I was
in
thinking
there.
is, you know how
We
you've
got
always wanted to do
Andrew,
shoegaze, like
Susan,
doomy
Doug.
shit?
Yeah.
That'd be perfect for me
Perfect.
learning out. Because like, who can't do that?
Yeah.
I don't have to be in that much shape.
If you're a good doom shoegazy band, you never hit a kick drum either.
Yeah, you
just
don't.
hit floor toms.
Yeah.
Doom, doom, doom.
Yeah. I don't have to start drinking Metamucil if I'm in that band. Like, I don't have to change anything, any lifestyle at all. That's just, hey guys, let's jam. You know?
Yeah. Let's see.
You hit
Da-da-da-da-da.
a kick like 4 times a song,
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
and the rest is cymbals and snare and occasional floor tom, like you said.
Yeah. Occasional floor tom. All right. Let's see here. Don't rock the jukebox. All right. All right. So let's do the show. Let's start this up. We got a lot we got to get into, and we got to address some things right off the bat. So,
Can I go outside real quick, or are we doing it right now?
I mean, it's 8:09.
Oh, shit.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, let me
You
go out
too.
real quick.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. I'll keep people entertained as I try to find the All for Jesus mix. Isn't that what it was called? Was the All for Jesus mix?
I think that's exactly what it's labeled because, like I said, when I was looking for those tracks last week,
All
I ran into
for
it and
Jesus.
played it, and
There it is.
it's creepy.
Motherfucker Moonfire, the All for Jesus mix. It's right here. I guess I shouldn't say All for Jesus motherfucker. There it is. That's kind of weird. God, it was so awesome. And we all loved it. Everybody loved it. MTV loved it. That's a good question. I don't know if that was looped live or not. I really don't know. All for Jesus.
Remember our second album was going to be all fucking, Secret Society?
Oh, and then we started another band that was all going to be all cult. That never happened. And then we were going to start.
That would still happen. It's on life support. It's still happening.
Everybody's waiting for it. Oh, please work. Oh my God, it's going to work. Open with. Why does everything got to be so complicated? Apple now. Yes, this is it.
All for Jesus, all my being's ransomed powers.
Quick, get the headphones on.
All my thoughts and words and doings, all my deeds and all my hours. Let my heart for thee
We stayed in the minors, the sad stuff, on our chords. We're like Tool, where we didn't play many happy chords.
There were no heavy chords on this. We get Dave in on this too. Yeah, this all needs to be mixed better. This is the All for Jesus mix though.
Sounds like a dump truck.
Big truck. It's a Cold Chamber song. All right. We had the longest intros ever.
I know. We're going to have to do some trimming. Or we could just do a Tool.
Alex Gerst would be like, "You're 2 minutes into the song. You haven't said a fucking word yet. What are y'all doing?"
Why were we so pissed? This is all about a video
we
game.
were very pissed. We were pissed that it was about a video game.
We were pissed. We had the rage in our voice because we were embarrassed we're singing about video games.
I used to like playing shows. Like, people be digging into the groove, and then you just start screaming at them. They're like,
Yeah. Yeah, remember?
What are they- what happened?
You know when we did that that breast cancer show?
"Yeah."
I had some people that showed up from my job, like when I was an account executive for Syntex Home Equity. Damn, Stubbs, we didn't know you were so mad at your dad. First thing they said to me.
They go, "Why did your bass player tear all the strings off and throw his guitar on the ground?"
Oh, yeah. Didn't you and Johnson almost get into it that night on stage?
No.
I thought he got pissed off or you got pissed off at him
No,
about
we were
something.
singing our cover of that Misfit song.
No, there was something that happened. Like you got
No,
pissed
no,
off
no.
because the load-in or one of the bands took forever for setup.
Yeah.
And then you started giving an attitude, and then Johnson confronted you about it, and y'all went back and forth a little bit, I thought.
I don't remember.
It's bad. Well, shit, it's been over 10 years.
But there's video of us on stage singing and stuff and going nuts.
It was after the show. It was when we were
Oh,
tearing
no.
down and shit or something.
I don't think that was it.
No, it was
It was
him.
a
He
different
said,
show.
oh, it's fucking stupid fucking bass player fucking shit up everywhere.
Oh, yeah, because I
That's what it
destroyed my
was.
bass and
Yeah.
was going nuts.
You were already over it.
Yeah.
You had already got pissed and we're over it. And
Yeah.
then at the end of the show, just having fun. And
Oh,
then Johnson
I
got
know
up on
why.
stage and said, stupid fucking
It's
bass
'cause
player.
the first band played for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to all have times and everything. We had a bunch of people
Didn't we
there
only
that
play
were
like
for us.
6 songs?
Yeah,
and
we
most of the
barely
people
played anything.
there were for us?
They were all for us. And then it emptied out.
Then I got a DWI and fucking shit myself and
That wasn't
went
that
to rehab.
night.
Went to rehab.
That wasn't that night.
No. I don't think I was. I think
we
I
gonna
was
start the
married
show?
still then. Yeah, we should start it.
I could be a cult leader. Yeah, I could get people to follow me.
The
Aw,
chat
shit.
room's going,
Here we
what
go
the
again."
fuck are they talking about?
This episode of the
Jay Guns Last Kicker.
is brought to you by
Guys Note.
and
Victor Wrench.
and Plastic Object.
The Jerry Jonestown Massacre contains graphic material, including offensive language, partial nudity, and completely ridiculous thoughts and opinions that shouldn't be expressed or shared by anyone. Listener discretion is advised.
Now everyone relax your anus, because coming at you from the Temple
Hey,
of
can you scoot
I,
that up
it's the Jerry
a little bit?
Jonestown
Or that
Massacre.
fuck everything up right now. No, the actual monitor. It's just. Oh, yeah, man. If it's gonna fuck everything up, just leave it. I'll deal with it, mate.
This made my tea shoot to the roof. Show number 536. What a shitty fade out. Let's just drag
Try it
that
again.
there and let's crank this up a little bit.
False start.
Nah, I'll fix it in post, right?
Let's just let it
I
play
didn't
for a
know it was
little bit,
that
though. I think you're good, man. I think you're going to listen back at this and be like, that might have been our best show ever. That might be our best show intro ever.
We have a bunch of material. This might be the best show ever. We got to hear Troy, of course. Is there
Was this
anyone-
instant boner when you heard this?
It was, and I didn't know it was like a year old. And I'm
I
sending it
didn't
out to everybody. I was like, "Holy shit, this is fucking badass!" Plus, this is my favorite Metallica song.
That's pretty good rock team
I
right
love
there, man.
Blackened. I
Oh,
love
everybody
Blackened.
loves Blackened.
And if
Whole
you,
album, man.
the whole, yeah. And if you want to be specific, okay, I love Blackened, but I also love the Justice medley that's on Live Shit.
Oh, for sure. But this album, like everybody likes to bitch about the fact that the bass is basically playing the same thing as James, right?
Yeah,
That's what most people's
it all
complaint
blends
is.
in. It all
But-
blends in.
I don't give a shit. Everything about the album is fucking awesome. I like
such a
the
great
fact that I know everybody hates it and would like to hear it with Newstead going all over the place.
Yes.
But I liked where it was at. I liked what he did. I liked the whole album. It's probably in one of my top 50 albums of all time, I would say.
Easily.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
We need to make that list before the end of the year. Your top 50 albums as of
All time?
2023. Yeah. That'll be part of the
At
10-year
the
anniversary.
age of 47.
Part of the 10-year anniversary. The JJTM 10-year anniversary. Here's your 50, and you get a whole show to go through your 50. Then I'll do my 50 on another show.
It's funny you say that because I forgot that we had our 10-year because when you asked everybody to email us and text us and call us and shit, I figured we'd be touching on it every week. But we haven't got shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
We haven't got a letter. We haven't got a
Hold on,
damn thing, man.
We got cookies, which I want to get into.
Well, yeah, but that's for a different reason.
Look, I'm gonna just hit this right now. We had a guest lined up that's just we are super excited to have on for the first time. We were gonna have on the lovely ladies from Forever Reckless tonight.
Funky Corks in town, right?
No, Forever Reckless.
I know.
But something happened. They had something came up last minute, just within a few minutes ago, and Jordan, being the badass she is, sent us because she was sorry that they had to cancel last minute.
Are
Sent
those
us
sweet
Tiff's treats. Now the bar's been raised for all you other assholes. If you're gonna miss our show or skip our show or something's gonna come up and you have to reschedule, this is the level. This is the bar now.
That's a
This
high
is
bar
the
too.
bar.
That's gonna be a tough one to beat.
That's a tough one to beat.
We've had
I
some
mean,
good ones. Who was it?
You
that
shoot
brought
an arrow
the,
straight to our heart. That's how you do
Who
it.
brought the Kachuta Carry set up for us? And they didn't miss the show. They just brought it in.
Charcuterie board?
Yeah, Chukatakari board.
When that Jen Smith, she came over.
That's
her
right.
And
This is gonna
Susie
be
brought-
this is throwing blows at that.
Yeah, but they were here for the
Two
show,
different
and we
types of
all got to eat
treats.
it. But this, I mean,
This is def.
this is a
did
way to
Jordan
our
tell you
hearts.
exactly why they couldn't make it in? Because I know the real story.
Did you?
Yeah, she's depressed because she had a panic attack because she found out that I am married now.
Oh, you've been married for a while though. That's weird.
She just found out on the way over here, and it sent her into a tizzy. So
Oh, and she had to turn around.
yeah,
Oh, that's.
we'll give
what it
her a
is.
pass, right?
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Everything's all good. So, on this super moon night, when the moon is full, it's a sturgeon moon. I don't know where I was going with that. I was just going to say
What is a
that This is
sturgeon?
the first one. It's a fish.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a nautical thing,
It's a fish,
An
not a
ocean thing.
deer,
not a deer.
not something with antlers.
Not a place that you take your Harley and see a bunch of saggers.
That's Sturgis.
Oh, yeah.
Still want to go once in my life just
I
to
do
see
too.
it.
Well,
I heard
mean,
it's cool.
that band that you were just listening to that used to play down the street. It was kind of the same thing, just saggers everywhere at Broncos.
Should they rename Broncos to Saggers?
No, but we should open a bar in Southside called Saggers.
All right. So
Oh, I gotta stop saying this out loud.
stop.
Sorry.
I know. I
I'm
had
sorry,
a ton of
Dustin. I'm sorry.
I had a
know. We just
ton-
met about this too.
this weekend. There
Yeah.
was so much brainstorming, and I can't talk about it on the show.
And then I just blow it right off the bat with one of like you just said. We got to start watching what we say on
Yeah.
the show
Now
because
there's going to be some bar.
called Saggers.
It's called Saggers that's opening
It's
up.
gonna be like we're Saggers too, Electric Boogaloo in
It's gonna
Northside.
suck.
They'll get the
Um,
prime location, and we'll be like on fucking the wrong side of Rosedale. Just fucking man, nobody wants to come down here. We have good food though.
great food because Saggers make great food.
Well, ours won't be Saggers because they would have beat us to it. Ours is gonna be Saggers 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I think that's right. Saggers make great food. I don't know.
They make great pets.
They do make great bets. So we had to reformat the show a little bit, which is all good. I got a press conference coming up I've got to have.
Yeah.
And then we got
This
some
is a good
other
show to-
stuff.
What do you do?
Okay.
Foreshadowing here, where we
Yeah,
take.
we do
Well, you
a-
know how the shows will
do
tell
a-
the kind of give you a rundown
You remember how Top
because
Gear used to
there
be
is going to be a
tease?
press conference
There will be
tonight,
a
ladies
press
and gentlemen.
conference. And Matt's going to tell us about a high school reunion. But first, we didn't get to talk about your trip last week because last week's show was
Yeah,
on its own rails.
Well, we tried. I think we went 2 sentences in, and then both of us kind of looked at each other like, "We're not. We're not doing this.
This ain't happening.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you about
We're
it
not going to
next
talk
week.
about Surfside."
So you went on a trip last weekend. I went on a trip this weekend. You went down to Surfside.
Yeah,
I went down to the hill country.
Yeah.
With home base being Fredericksburg. What was the temperature like in Surfside?
90.
Was
90
it
was the high.
was it sticky and gross?
I mean, not
Or-
any more than it ever is.
Coastal
it's
winds?
Just coastal winds. There was one night, the last night we were there was a cool ass lightning storm that we got to watch. That blew up pretty intense. Like it was one of those.
I love those on the beach.
Yeah,
and they're
It was
awesome.
exactly like one of those typical ones that rolls into Houston and just parks it and then just starts lightning like crazy.
Did you
kinda
put
builds
ground
up
rods
there.
in the sand to make glass?
No.
He's
no,
pulling
I
your
should've
dick, you
done that.
know.
Whoa. Who? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm quoting.
is?
I'm quoting Sweet Home Alabama.
Wow. Well, yeah, that's that was at Surfside.
So, yeah, Sweet Home Alabama.
That was at
the movie.
Surfside.
Something's happened to me. I'm broken. So,
Did
yeah,
you stroke out? Was that, what?
I'm a big fan. What's that girl's name? Chat room. What's that girl's name?
Man, I am lost now, man. I'm thinking about a lightning storm where someone says something very inappropriate to me. I'm all over the place.
And the movie Sweet Home Alabama.
Ah, you talking about the one with not Renee Zellweger. What's her name? She's the one that was in
Yeah,
Legally Blonde. I
yeah.
think.
Her name. What's her name? Reese Witherspoon.
Weath Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon, and the yeah,
I like this.
There's
This
a whole
is good.
scene.
This is going great.
You know, he sticks lightning rods in the ground. That pretty boy
Oh
guy.
yeah, yeah.
and it
yeah,
makes
yeah,
lightning.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
lightning hits it, it turns to glass. And then he has that shop. And when she
Right.
comes back from New York with her gay friend,
Yeah.
they're looking through the glass
I don't
shop.
think I've seen this much.
And she
I haven't
goes-
seen this as much as you. I don't think.
She goes, it's the funniest part of the movie. Because she goes, that's what happens when lightning strikes sand. And her gay friend goes, she's pulling your dick. And everybody in the store like looks at him like, what the hell? What are you saying? It's pretty awesome. Anyway, yeah,
It
cookies
sounds
and beer.
great.
I'll take that. I'll eat some cookies and beer.
It sounds great.
Anyway, so you're on the beach.
Yeah.
You weren't putting lightning rods in the ground.
No, I took the doors off the Jeep.
Did you start playing? Lightning.
No, but man, I thought I was cool. Had the doors off. Had this.
I
the
saw some
first-
video of this,
yeah,
and I was like,
boy,
dude, that's badass.
I thought I was a
man.
badass dude. It was funny too because
Cruising down the beach,
dude,
just
for
screaming.
one, there was a ton of Jeeps, and then there was a few Forerunners, but majority of
mean-
it was people either cruising in just on something ridiculous like a Suburban,
yeah,
immediately getting stuck, or a van immediately getting stuck, and even trucks just immediately getting stuck. And so when I put that thing, it's like the Jeep is made for the beach.
Yeah.
Like that thing, it's fun to drive. It didn't get bogged down at all. Like there was a time we had to drive on the on the beach, for about a mile and a half because it was pretty crowded. We didn't stay where we usually stay. We stayed a little bit closer into Surfside proper.
Did you have a house or did you boondock?
We had a house.
Okay, I want to go down there and boondock.
I mean, I want to
Sleep
go
on
down
the
there and
beach.
Space Dog. So,
I heard Surfside is good for that.
so
Surfside and
there
Space
was
City.
people all over the place. So we had to drive. I had to get a pass, a public pass to
Drive
drive
on the
on the beach, which is good for a year. I didn't know that, or not a year, but they do it like it's till the end of the year now, and it was only $12.
Oh, I didn't. I thought it was just you had to get one weekly while you're down there or something. I didn't know.
You just
it
get it
lasted
one
long.
time.
Oh,
Yeah, when
really?
you're
That's
down there.
cool.
So there was some gnarly stuff, and you just see these trucks stuck. This tow guy was coming picking up stuff, and I'm just like,
What's
dun
up?
dun 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 dun, because I started dipping too, so I could spit out the side. You know, I was just like,
You were dipping?
yeah.
What do you
dude.
think? The world's my ashtray, motherfucker.
Oh, dude, you know the
the
dick.
beach is my ashtray.
You know the dick that drives with his leg out,
Yeah.
with the doors off.
You had
the
your leg
whole
on
time,
the running
dude.
board.
The whole time, man, with my leg out, dude.
You're embarrassing. How embarrassing.
I took my daughters out too.
They're like, Dad, put your fucking leg back in here.
There
No
was
one wants
so
to see
many
your-
complaints about Dad. I never,
No one
man.
wants to see your mayonnaise
I thought
legs.
when we finally got to the beach, I was like, man, you know what? I should just keep walking. Just get in the water and just
you
keep walking.
weren't pulling to me. Where's the nearest Portuguese man of war I can throw on my face?
yeah, I'll swallow that
I'll,
motherfucker.
I'll eat
I
a
don't give a
Portuguese
shit.
man of war right
Yeah,
now.
dude. No,
Give me a man of war.
oh man, I'll just cut my wrist open and let the sharks come get and like start spraying it around everywhere and just be like,
Oh,
get rid of me now.
dude, while you were down there, I had a coworker in Surfside too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled in some sharks.
Oh man, it's been crazy. That
was like,
San
what
Luis
the
Pass had a
hell?
record, like a record hammerhead sighting.
That's
Like,
what he
last
fished and
month.
got was
He got a hammerhead.
He got snappers and hammerheads, and I was
Dude,
like,
it's like-
"Holy crap!" And
I
he's
think-
showing pictures of like these
Dude.
the 4 to 5 footers.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
like, "What?"
I think sharks are actually just like the public and fucking getting the fuck out of California and the East Coast and coming down to Texas and Florida,
I'm
man.
like, that's where all the meat is.
I don't understand it. They've never had shark problems. I've never gone.
There's
I've gone
always
to
been
Surfside.
hammerheads down there, though.
Yeah, but they don't
Port
get that
Aransas
big.
has some.
They don't get 15 feet or whatever that one was. It was.
That's how big it was,
dude. Yeah,
Oh,
this is like a
okay.
couple of weeks ago.
Because I gotta say, the
You know where San
3 to
Luis
5
Pass is?
foot, yeah,
That's like right.
That's
That's,
part
in
of-
between Galveston and Surfside, right
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
So dude,
That's where it was a 15-foot hammerhead.
it's what they were estimating. It was on video.
I gotta see it. They didn't catch it, or they didn't kill
No,
it?
it hadn't been caught. That's the other thing. It hadn't been caught.
Man, we start seeing some giant squid down there. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. They're
Anything
coming
with
for
a
us.
beak that comes from the ocean is no bueno. It's not good.
No, it's not.
That's not something you
Ching,
want to
ching,
take.
ching, ching, ching.
No, man.
Did you see that message I sent you about debeaking
Yeah.
an octopus?
Yeah.
Who came up with that shit?
Oh, is it? Do squid not have beaks?
They both do.
They do. Okay.
But if you have an octopus, you can debeak it and then let it milk you.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that. I don't think that's a good idea.
So that sounded a lot like fake science, misinformation,
Very misinformation.
fake news. But that, yeah, it was a great trip.
I want to go down. I want to go down there, and I nearly
The
that
Galveston State Park blows though.
That's what I've heard. I just
fucking
want.
stupid, dude.
I was looking at a
They're rude.
pad there, and it was like the pad backs up to the highway, and I was like,
Yeah, so
"That's not a state park. That's not worth it."
It was
And
stupid.
I just need the stamp. Just stamp my shit and let me get out of
It's
here.
kind of what we did.
Was that
except-
the one you got while you were down there?
Yeah, we didn't stop anywhere else. We could have, but we were on a tight schedule driving in and out.
Uh-huh.
Because we had. That's the thing. I went to San Antonio before, and went to that graduation from boot camp for the.
Oh yeah, where you were on an Air Force base for
Right.
the first time.
Which was
Live one.
cool because my dad or my grandfather's the Liberator, the B-24, was there.
That's kind of badass. Is Lackland a Strategic Air Command outpost?
I think, man, I don't know if it's means it's big.
They're B-52s.
They're
and
huge.
B-1s.
It's huge. Oh yeah. You know what's weird? So it was Mandy's relative that went in to the Air National Guard, and they so every graduation they'll get a flyby. Sometimes it's F-16, sometimes it's active duty jets. Like
It's a joint base.
yeah, there's a lot going on there. So they sent the C-130s from Fort Worth, and my brother-in-law freaking was like, "Holy shit!" He's like, "Guys," because he works out there. He's also
Yeah.
Texas Air National Guard, and he's like, "Dude, y'all just did my nephew's like graduation out of boot camp. Like, text him while he was flying." This is going to lead me to something else too. So that is crazy.
You're texting him while he's in the air.
That's what my brother-in-law did. Text him while he was flying. He goes, "Hey, thanks for coming by, guys. I'm down here." Like, basically shot him a text. Yeah, while he's in the air. And I'm like, "Does he read them?" He's like, "Yeah, we always text." I was like, "What the hell?"
Well, you're close enough to the ground.
So I fell victim to the addiction of cockpit videos, thanks to you.
Cockpit videos rule.
And I put it to use
YouTube.
on this trip.
Cockpit videos.
And the thought of these guys and some of the stuff that they do, like the one that I was blew my mind was the one where they fly from like I think it was Canada to China, and they get close to polar north, and all their instruments start freaking out, and they break out the paper maps. You're like, what the fuck, dude? And they're all like, as we get closer to true polar north, which we're probably going to be about 7 degrees, it's going to get more and more haywire. So it's important we stay on the radio. And you're listening to them getting transferred from like Iceland or whatever it is up there to Russia. They're talking to Russian air traffic control as they're having control issues with the map out. I'm like, I don't need to see this, man. I don't need to see this at all.
I flew over the North Pole on the way to where were we going? Maybe that was the time to Dubai. But we flew. We
That
didn't go
could've been
directly
to
over it. We flew right
Europe.
over it,
Mhm.
over the edge of it, and the person that was taking care of our part of the cabin, because our little private area in the cabin,
Prostitute.
he came over and he's like, "You're awake?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, we're about to fly over the North Pole. If you want to look and see that there's no ice wall." He didn't say that, but yeah,
That would be
we flew
funny.
over- yeah,
That would be
there's
real
ice
funny.
wall. But it, yeah, it was interesting seeing.
All our flat
stuff.
earthers, if you would, go
Like,
ahead
take a
and
look out here, and you'll see there's no ice wall. But he's like, "Yeah, we're right at that point." And I looked at it on the radar. I was like, "Oh, okay, we're close." Yeah,
So, this is weird. This is a
but
little.
you're constantly traded to different air traffic controllers all the time. If you watch the TV show we'll get into later, Hijack
I haven't started that.
on Apple Music
I've
or
not
Apple
started that.
TV.
Haven't started.
Great.
Is it?
Love it.
I don't know if you think Mandy would be into that one, because that's not one that that might be a nerd one for me.
Does she like Eldest Ibra?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
Is there a woman on the face of the earth that does not?
I don't know, but yeah, he's a badass dude.
Yeah,
But
I want to
that-
watch that.
I like it.
I
dug
think I
it.
saw the trailer.
I'm watching it every week as one comes out because I just want to know what the hell's going on.
I finished Ted Lasso for the second time through yesterday.
Nice.
There's so much shit now that I didn't realize. I didn't even know that the owner like thought she was jinxed by that psychic, and all the stuff started happening to her that she brought up in her little session when she walks out.
Yeah.
Like there's all these little bitty things that I didn't catch until I watched it the second time through.
It's good the second time. It's fun looking for
It
stuff the second
is.
time through.
It is. That show is funny.
Great. Yeah. The reason I asked about the weather is because I went to Hill Country this weekend, and I always forget that going down and spending summers in Junction and stuff when I was younger was, you're down there in the Hill Country where South Texas is hot, but there's a constant breeze, and I forgot about that until got down there. And I was like, oh yeah, here's the breeze. 100 degrees, or 102, 103, whatever, and it never felt like it. You have
It
a
gets
constant-
drier than
Yeah.
but that's that Gulf air pushing in, isn't
but it's
it?
a nice breeze. I don't know,
I think it is.
but
I
it's the
think that's the
breeze.
Gulf Plains.
ripping through the hills and stuff, and man, that place has changed. I haven't been down there in like 10 years, and
Is
that
the
now-
population close to the same, or have they done
They
some
say
growing?
no, it's growing. It's growing. It's gotten bigger. And if you listen to No Agenda, Adam Curry said that they're trying to approve 800 apartment units to be built around the city within the next year. But between Fredericksburg and Johnson City is now what I'd like to call the white girl wasted highway of Texas, with
I bet,
all the
dude.
wineries and everybody else just loves
Getting a little crowded.
I just love this part of Texas because it's so good. There's so much wine
Yeah.
and stuff. And
You ever thought about how fucked up racism is? I
there was
mean,
a lot of that.
if I want to be trans and my racist boyfriend wants to be trans, I can
supposed
do
to know
it.
that
You just don't understand.
if you were a single male
I'm working down there, man.
and it is
I'm doing the Lord's work down there.
around, let's say you get down there, you don't have to get up early because apparently there's these buses that that stop at every winery every 15 minutes
Brew bus.
that you can hop on and hop off at every one of them.
Are they called wine and wheels?
I don't know what they're called. It was just a bunch of buses, and you could seriously if you got up late and went and hit a brewery or something and headed out to a winery around 3:00, you're like shooting fish in a barrel, man. Shooting fish in a barrel. And
Did you see any ponytails tucked into some UT hats?
I did not.
Look,
I don't think so.
the whole I need to speak to a manager look, because I bet they were crawling down there.
It was no. You know what? I don't know what these people were. Come to think of it, I don't know. Like, I don't know where they all came from. Like, what they were. It was hard to tell. It was chaos.
Yeah.
Pure chaos. I did. Like I said, I would grabbed you a bottle.
Oh yeah.
Now-
I'm interested in this too. You sent me a picture of some stuff you
This is from
ran into.
Fat Ass Winery. And the winery's called Fat Ass, and they have another place.
We're
on
gonna talk about the
property.
U.S.'s weight problem now, huh?
And the funny thing about Fat Ass is that
What's cool about fat ass?
they have a giant sign that says Fat Ass.
It says fat ass.
Yeah. And as we're sitting there drinking wine and going and chilling out, you just watch all these chicks just walk over to that sign and get a picture for my Instagram.
How many
It's
Teslas
gonna be
did you
great."
see?
No, hold on. Get a picture for my Instagram. I'm gonna bend over and show you my ass by the Fat Ass sign. Or all their friends. Here's all our fat asses right in front of here. So you're just watching all these chicks just bend over right by the sign. And I was just
Yeah.
like, and they're let's go get on a bus so we can go to the next one. 'Cause I'm tired of this place. But this is
That's funny.
something I've never heard of.
I'm pretty sure the first time I ever kissed a woman's ass was an Aggie down there right off the river, and we linked back up at Green Hall, and it was the same. You just described her, except she was like, "Do you want to kiss it?" Like,
You wanna
what's
kiss
her
my
name?
butt?
Yeah, and I was like, "I do, I
Come
do."
over here
Ma.
and kiss my butt.
Okay,
Okay.
this looks awesome.
It was insane. It was crazy.
Slug bug, you had to get that.
Well, Fat Ass, they had this whole like flight thing you could go through.
Should've
You're
brought my
tasting.
readers.
You had two areas. One was the drier, more unsweet wines, and the other one was sweet wines.
I'll send a picture to someone right now.
That right there was my favorite of the undry, and I've never had anything like it. It was super freaking cool. I don't know what the hell you call it, but it's something German. It's a German wine, Grassternamanner, something. Show it to the camera. And it's crazy. It tasted great, and I should have bought like 9 bottles of it. But they deliver.
We put that picture on the camera too. Oh, you want it?
And the guy told
You
us
wanna
he'd
check it out?
deliver it. No, it's all good.
Yeah,
That they
dude.
deliver on the website. But this one is not on the website, and it kind of pisses me
The
off.
slug bug's not.
That one, the Grassternamanner, whatever. Grassternamanner. I don't know. It was cool. That
So-
area is crazy. I sent you a message. I was like, we got to come down here. And, guys come down, girls come down. Girls go to wineries, guys go to breweries.
Man, that's a perfect family trip.
And made a run over to Lukenbach. There was no Waylon.
Lukenbach, Texas.
There was no Willie.
No
There were
Willie?
a bunch of boys, but I don't think they were the same boys. It was cool, kind of chill, and I liked that. It wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
And then came back into DFW with 5 stamps added to the
The
old
state
notebook,
card.
to the state notebook.
Sweet.
Now 2 of them I'd been to in the past when I was younger, but now they're stamped. So it was cool. It was cool. One of them was a complete pain in the ass. We had to go back and get it at 5
Why?
because the state park person's not there, and
Oh, they're taking a
it's
break.
at the Bat Cave. No, they don't show up till 5 because they close the park at 5 and only let people in with tickets in after 5. So that's the only time the park ranger is there to actually uphold any laws.
Yeah.
And because they only want certain people down there to watch the bats fly out. But it was fun. It was cool. It was nice to get away. It was a real good time.
Did you get any great stargazing pictures?
Tried to.
Uh-oh.
Sahara Dust movie.
Damn, man.
What was Danny's band? Sahara Rain? It wasn't Sahara Rain. It was Sahara Dust.
Was Sahara Rain was Danny's band?
Yeah.
What, they have Midnight Oil cover band?
That was his metal band, right? Where he had-
Sierra Rain?
was Sierra. No, Sahara Rain.
Sahara Rain?
Yeah.
Man, that's a bad name. Like mine's worse. I have one band name that I don't know what the deal was, and we were called the Headliners.
That's bad.
And we didn't play punk. It wasn't like smart ass punk. We were like a southern rock type.
That's like the Wonders
like-
or the Oneaters.
Do what?
The Oneaters? or
Right.
The Wonders.
Right. Yeah. Sahara Rain, huh?
Yeah, Sahara Rain. But it was the Sahara Sand was in there, and the moon was up super quick, and it was almost full. It's a bad weekend to be doing that. In 2 weeks, I think it'll be good, but I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way back down there.
Hey, speaking of that show, did you see that Mike last week did a wireless segment out at man, I can't remember. They're either at a brewery or at like Rough Riders Stadium or something. They did something, and Mike started getting out there wireless.
Really?
Yeah, it was funny. There's this one video or a clip that I saw on their Instagram, and I was like, "That's funny." Just seeing him doing it.
Doing it on his
Yeah.
own, just being.
Yeah,
The
I wish I
other
was
thing
there.
that I think I texted, there were two things that came across text messages. Was as soon as I told you and Jeremy that I was at Fredericksburg,
Oh yeah,
Jeremy immediately responds with a map to the quickest route from Fredericksburg to the Yellow Rose. That cracked me up. That made me laugh so hard. I was like, yes. And the other thing was, I was telling y'all about the.
I was watching some intense F1 this weekend
the
when that came across, which we'll talk about.
the stupid. I was telling y'all about the gentrification of
Yeah,
of rich people. There was a store down there I walked in, and I thought about like, what am I doing here?
yeah.
There's nothing in here that's sub $1,000, and it's on Main Street, Fredericksburg. It makes no sense. I don't know what's happening down there. And then one guy was like, "Yeah, they're pushing all of us that have lived here forever out.
Yeah.
They're gonna make it into another shitty town. It's gonna explode
So
and then implode on itself."
when that brewery went in,
Allstat.
Allstat, yeah, they I don't know if they did it, but they were talking about building living quarters to draw people down there to live and work at the brewery.
That place is big. The
Did-
drinking area is not giant. It's big.
The where like the land it's on and stuff.
The land it's on is huge, and the complex is big because it sprawls out back behind. So I don't know what's all in there.
Yeah.
Or if it's all just the
No, I think they got
brewing stuff.
they got a bunch of
brew
plans
house?
out there.
But
Same with the one up north, the Yellowstone guy, Four Sixes.
Well, there's
Yeah, they're doing a lot of. They're supposed to.
nothing
Yeah,
out there.
that's why that's gonna be big.
There is no like when you enter the 4-6s area, you drive for 45 minutes
Yeah.
before you're into Knox City. Like it goes almost all the way into Knox City.
Yeah.
So there's nothing around there, and Knox City's a hole in the wall. I mean, there's nothing. It's a piece of shit. Speaking of Danny Bayless, once again from Knox City, and Sahara Rain.
I know him from Sahara Rain.
But I need to hear about what you did. This is.
Oh yeah, so
I gotta hear about.
yeah, this came out of left field, man. I had kind of a semi reunion. It wasn't a reunion, but it was a reunion. It wasn't my class, but it was my school. What's up, man?
Chill out, Andrew. It's coming. Chill out.
Andrew,
Relax.
this is our show.
It's a tease.
You gonna interrupt me, man? We're trying to do podcasting. We think about these things.
You want us to take live calls?
You know what? Why don't we just pause the show and find out what Andrew wants us to do?
You can't even keep it. You're already breaking
Can
it all out.
Can we continue my story, Andrew? Are we okay?
Sorry. All right. Yes, live calls. Anyway, so what year is this?
I graduated in '94, so this wasn't my class, but somehow by proxy, when you get married now, I
you're
don't know.
sucked
I
in.
didn't know these rules.
You get sucked into going.
You get tied into going to your spouse their
You're the arm
high
candy.
school. That's exactly right.
You're the arm candy.
Or like if he gets drunk and wasted, I can just blame him and then leave.
Oh, there you go.
Like I got an excuse
Did that happen?
because no, not at all. So
Are you going to tell the story of you being a celebrity at this thing?
No, no, it was cool because one of the dudes that was there, I played basketball with him, and he was in bands. I was in bands and stuff. He knows Johnson and stuff. He's been over to the old Steadfast house a few times. You probably hung out with him honestly a few times.
If I probably saw him, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah.
Because his band was kind of grungy. They were a grunge band, and they had a bunch of shows at the same. They played at the same places we all did, and so. I hadn't seen him since that band pretty much broke up, and he moved to Portland, and so he came down. He's friends with my wife, and so they planned it up. Hey, you want to get together with the class, their class?
Mhm.
And I remember her bringing it up to me, but I didn't. I forgot. We've had a busy few weeks, all of us, You included. We've been busy.
We've been busy. We got a lot of stuff going on. We're fixing to be really busy.
So all of a sudden, I got to go to this pool party, right? The reunion, and which was cool. I didn't mind. I was like, whatever. We're not doing nothing. I didn't have any of my kids.
Monokini?
I'm sorry?
Did you wear a monokini?
No.
Whatever it is?
No, I should have.
Okay.
I should have, man. Yeah, and it's been
You
a
should've.
lot cooler if it was a fishbowl party.
There you go.
But they didn't do that because this was a Christian school, sir.
Oh, so y'all had, before you could swim, you had to have a wafer?
Yeah, and we had to put on our sheets. Like before we got in the pool, we had to wear those. Wow, that escalate. That's not racist. Not sheets.
It was East Texas.
No, this wasn't East Texas. This was here, man. This was in This was in
Oh, okay.
Arlington.
Okay.
Good gosh, I was making reference to the Mormon sheets
No,
that Sheridan told us about.
you got a hole in
That's
it.
what we had to swim in.
You swam in a sheet, but it had a hole cut in it, so your
in
junk
case
came
yeah,
out.
in case you wanted to reproduce.
But instead, temple garments.
Right.
But instead, you turned
So-
it into a clan thing.
No, you did. You did it.
I just went, whoa.
No, man. You're the one that dropped the. That's what they do in East Texas.
It is.
Don't put that on
Don't
me.
go to East Texas. It's
You're the-
scary.
That was Dustin that made that joke.
Real quick, Shelby asked me a message. She's doing something in East Texas around Christmas time.
Tell
I'm
her
not gonna get to it. And
Don't
I said,
take her sheets. Like she doesn't need sheets.
she goes, I'm going to Palestine. I was like,
Oh, I've lived there.
I was like, yeah, there's nothing to do there except meth and dance around a bonfire.
Yeah, sex and meth.
Yeah.
And there's one bar. Actually, I think there's more now because Applebee's moved down there.
Meth
and
and be
Chili's.
racist.
And wear sheets to pool parties.
Anyway.
Wow, that's a wild visual. Me walking in accidentally to a pool party where there's men in sheets that are in the pool
They drown.
in East Texas. Well, if they were thick enough, like
Yeah.
if they were wool,
We just kill them all off.
like a blanket,
Yeah.
it's not a bad idea. We want to get rid of the KKK, right?
My wife spent all night cutting holes in these.
Greatest scene.
So
In comedy.
Stupid.
Anyway. Shit, I'm going home.
So you're there.
Yeah, and
And
anyway,
it's
my
just-
buddy Scott comes up to me and is like, "Hey, I don't think I told Mandy this, but I was in town a few years ago, and went to. He said I can't remember if he went to a bar or went somewhere, and he picked up a Fort Worth Weekly, and he was like, "Dude, they're stubs." what the fuck? So
And all of a sudden, you're signing autographs at a
no,
reunion.
no. But there was my wife and her friend, or my friend too, that there was a past with way back in the day,
Relation?
a long time ago. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
not I mean, a cute little
Mirage?
thing. No. It was innocent, and we were kids.
No, I
right?
mean now.
No. I didn't try that.
No, you didn't. Okay.
I didn't go, hey, you're here,
And you're here.
and you're here. Now you place your hand here, and you place your hand here. I didn't try that stunt.
Got to go. You two want to
Because
play
once
Twister?
again, this was a Christian school.
Oh, scissor
No. No.
to cut holes in the sheet.
But anyway, both of them look up. They're like, what the fuck? And it threw me off so because I totally forgot about that photo shoot we did, and it was either before or during COVID.
it was during
But it was
COVID,
the
I
write
think.
up that Susie did about
Yeah.
the show.
That cover right there.
Yeah, that cover.
Yeah.
If you guys can see it,
right there.
see the edge of it right here.
That magazine right there. That
So
photo
yeah,
cover.
at one time, someone was walking by a newsstand, picked up something, and said, "Stubbs," and it wasn't a mugshot.
That's pretty awesome. Did you sign? You didn't.
No, I didn't give autographs.
Matt
Dustin.
Stubbs, number 44.
I was number 21.
You were?
Yeah.
I was giving you Lewis Hamilton's number, but okay.
I got Dominique Wilkins' number.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Is that what you worked on though? Like
What's that?
that's what you wanted? You wanted that number because of
21. No, I'd use 21 in baseball too.
not Deion Sanders?
And I like Deion. I was
Yeah.
a Deion fan.
Okay.
I hate to admit it. I even liked him when he was at San Fran.
mean,
I liked
you
him
know,
when he was at Atlanta.
who doesn't like Deion? I mean, come on.
Which
He cut his foot off.
is training camp happening now or something? Is football getting close? Because I am so detached.
Next week
It's preseason starts,
is my
right?
first game.
Is that preseason? Not the
Preseason.
real season?
Preseason against I forgot who it was. Seattle? I think. Seattle?
I got to be honest with
Cool.
you. I am not mentally prepared at all. And it's funny. I just got hit up to be in a fantasy football league this today, and I was like, "Damn, is
That's
football
what I
about
wanted
to
talk
start?"
about. That's what I wanted to talk about right there.
What's that?
Us little podcast community,
We're doing a fantasy league.
the pod. We need a fantasy league, and it can't be one of these stupid little cheesy. We just join up and see who's the better. No, there needs to be stakes.
Yeah,
It needs to make it worthwhile
Some
so people pay
T-bones.
attention.
some top
Some
sirloin,
T-bones, some T-bones, some money,
some flesh steaks,
some bottles of alcohol.
flesh sticks.
We need what we ought to do is have a bunch of every podcast brings something else to the table.
Yeah,
Of course, you're not going to bring steaks to the table and wait 6 months to figure out who wins. But every podcast brings something else, so we have a giant meal. Like this podcast is in charge of the wine. This one's in charge, and whoever wins gets the entire buffet meal of stuff.
and whoever loses has to clean up after the
Yeah.
party.
Or,
You got to clean yourself up.
Rich, I can already hear Andrew losing this. But we need to we need to have a podcast
I'm in.
fantasy league all the way across
Man, I'm
everybody
for real in.
everybody that's in that wants to do it. We got to do it. Especially I want to be competitive with people.
I'll sign
I
up
wanna
right
have
now,
fun.
man.
I don't want it just to be some word of mouth thing.
Man, heck yeah,
I
I'm
think-
in.
Andrew still owes us liquor, right? From
For what?
losing the thing when we
Oh,
did
yeah.
the preseason thing.
Yeah,
So anyway,
yeah,
that's-
Andrew,
I'm
you
glad
owe
you
us
brought that up.
you owe us some booze, man.
And we need someone to be a good commissioner. We'll set it up through like CBS or
Who?
something.
How
I
are
don't
we
know.
not going to have Russian influence on our commissioner?
Uh,
We're the most
Susie's in.
narcissistic like genre of people in the world. Who's going to be the commissioner?
Good, damn it. We'll figure it out. We need to, but this needs to happen. We can do it.
I think Jeffrey
automatically.
Lord would be a good commissioner because he's
Unless
away
he
from
wants to play.
influence. I don't think he would. I don't think we could influence him. We couldn't like
Yeah.
stuff the ballot machines and stuff.
But I'm talking, we get the Four Reckless girls into it. We get the Funky Panther into it. We get everybody that's in the chat room already bitching about it. Look, we already got fights happening.
Uh-oh. Guys,
We're gonna have
guys,
people talking shit.
calm down.
We make it big and we have fun. 'Cause you can, what's the biggest your league can be?
Like 12 teams, I think, something like that.
Yeah, there's 12 of us.
Oh fuck yeah.
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 And
yeah,
if we
yeah,
need
yeah.
to supplement some teams, we can do a couple of bands if we need to.
It'd be fun. No, there's 12 of us that can do it.
I'm sure there is, man. But
Anyway, I'm throwing the gauntlet down.
I had no idea that we were this close to football. I'm so detached from the NFL right now, and I don't know why. It's
I'm not ready.
I live a mile and a half from the stadium.
I'm not ready. For
I'm not
this.
either. I'm so up F1's butthole right now. Like
I don't
in-
even care. The only sport I do care about is F1 right now.
me too.
A little bit of Rangers. Rangers doing good. I like hearing.
I can't get into Rangers because I can never watch them.
That's the problem. This whole Bally's thing needs to implode. and
It does.
I thought they
It
were declaring
sucks, man.
bankruptcy and shutting it all down, and they were gonna redistribute everything locally.
That's what my buddy that was talking to me today. He lives in Denver, and he was saying that, hey, it's pretty cool watching the Rangers. And I was like, man, I don't know anything about that team because I can't watch them.
I don't want to purchase a Bally's package. I got enough shit you got to pay for.
Yeah, and Bally's was kind of the
Shit.
yeah, man. It
I
was
hate
like
Bally's.
yeah. Remember even their fitness clubs. You're like only the
one
fucking
in Colleyville was stupid.
yeah. All the pervs went to Bally's,
Yeah.
man. The guys that had hair plugs and stuff,
Yeah.
like slicked it back and everything,
Yeah.
and they're like they only worked out on the weekends, and they'd always
Yeah.
wear ridiculous outfits.
You try to grab your nuts when you're in the bathroom.
Assholes, man.
Way assholes.
Fucking dickheads.
The Methinks. Our friends, the Methinks.
It is a band.
If y'all are fans of the Methinks, I want to throw this out there. They released everything on digital services now.
Yay!
You can go listen to everything. Finally, they caught up 9 years later.
Yay! Well, they've been talking. Let's give them a break.
Yeah,
They've been
I
talking
mean,
about it for
it's hard.
15 years.
Well, they were in hardcore negotiations. It's like the
They gotta-
people that were holdouts for
Illuminati.
were for streaming services were Garth Brooks, Tool for the longest time. Tool finally caved. Led Zeppelin for the longest time.
They finally got to the Methinks.
and they finally caved. And it was like Methinks and Garth Brooks were the two that were left.
They got him one. They got a big fish.
Yeah, they got a big fish. So maybe one day Garth Brooks will be on streaming services. I don't know. We'll see. And not just Walmart. You know he's on a Walmart music service or some shit?
Hey,
Stupid.
I meant to tell you this. When we saw that band play, I was supposed to do a write up.
Which one?
I'm a little behind.
Which one?
That emo metal band,
Thrice?
Thrice.
And I come back there.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome show.
Yeah.
But I thought of another term for a metal category. Now, none of them played this. I'm pretty sure we found out that the guitarist, the singer, the rhythm guitarist, that he doesn't play on what we thought it might be at first. But that's triggered
Dan
something
Electro.
in me, and I started thinking about things, and there's another class of metal that we need to visit, and it's called PRS Metal Band.
You know, the PRS was there were two guitars for the longest time that people shit on.
It's like not diet metal, but it's like 0 calories, like zero. Like there's aspartame definitely in this metal.
PRS and Parker Fly.
Yeah, yeah,
Those two.
yeah.
You were like,
Like man,
oh,
music's cool, but
what are you doing? Like, why do you need a
Yeah,
PRS? or a
but
Parker
have you
Fly?
noticed there is a like Hoobastank
Yeah.
PRS band?
They're PRS.
Trying to
Pod?
think.
Or were they
yeah.
Ibanez?
No, POD.
Yeah.
I thought they played. Yeah, Ibanez or.
Well, let's walk over here to the.
I'm pretty sure they play
PRS
Ibanez.
artist lineup.
But there's definitely a PRS metal guitar band category, and I might start comprising a list of PRS bands,
well,
PRS guitar.
who's endorsed PRS artist? And I guarantee you, I'm gonna pull this up and it's gonna be one of your favorite bands of all time.
There's 0% chance that one of my favorite bands is in this, and if there is, I will get a tattoo of a.
John Mayer, Mark Tremonti, Miles Kennedy,
Continue.
Carlos Santana.
I'm going to tell you to continue. Don't tell anybody.
Okay. Let's see. And now I've got the list of bands and Little Big Town.
Continue.
That one chick. Quiet Riot. Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
The guitarist for Lil Wayne's live band.
Okay.
Winona Judd.
Continue.
Whitechapel. Good Charlotte.
Okay, Whitechapel uses it.
Yeah. Ben Savage from Whitechapel.
Okay,
Blake
but
Shelton.
he's fractaling the shit out of that thing.
Lincoln Park. Brad from Lincoln Park.
Continue.
It's not your favorite band? Oh, shit.
Paramore or
Brett Campbell from the band Pallbearer.
yeah.
Okay.
Continue.
That was one that. Let's see.
I don't mind Paul Bearer.
Reba's guitarist. Three Doors Down. Buckstone Cherry. Seven Dust. Clint Lowry.
I
from
knew
Seven
Seven Dust was one of them.
Cross Canadian Ragweed.
Those
Golly,
motherfuckers kept
okay,
us out of
I
the
can't go to
studio for several months.
big
At
story.
Eric's studio too.
Now,
Cross Canadian.
David from
Ragweed.
Avril Lavigne's
They-
band
they
is
owe me
not
money.
Paramore, which is not Evanescence.
Wait, so you're Avril Lavigne's band?
Yeah,
Figures.
Alan Parsons. Taylor Swift.
Alan
Grant
Parsons.
Mickelson.
Okay, Alan Parsons. I'll go ahead and throw the flag out.
Luke Bryan. Yeah, that's it. I mean, this list goes on forever.
Was
I
Luke
can't
Bryan
say
the
everything.
one? That's the one that did the song that we didn't get to talk about last week.
Yeah.
He's the one that did the. Is Luke Bryan the one that did the?
Troy McLaurin from Evanescence.
Hey,
Here's one
time,
that'll
wait,
hurt you.
time out. I got a question.
Vernon Reed.
Luke Combs or Luke Bryan?
No, it's Jason Aldean is the one who did the song.
Oh, that's right.
Vernon
I bet
Reed.
you he's a PRS band.
Vernon Reed is
Who's that?
Living Color.
Oh, yeah. I just started following them on Instagram too.
Clutch.
There's only one song that they post though,
Of course there is.
all the time. You're like,
All
dude,
the
I've
time.
seen this 65 times.
Kid Rock. I think everybody's just giving a PRS and they're like, here, ooh, Richard Shaw from Cradle of Filth.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to stop reading this now.
You've gone far enough. My point is, I don't listen to many bands that use PRS. I don't know why. It's just not my cup of tea. And
Is
I can tell
Parker
you,
still around?
I can tell you by the way the guitarist dresses, if he's going to be a PRS lead guitarist type guy.
So if he's from Thrice,
Oh, I thought we decided that was some kind of like a Music Man or something.
it wasn't, or was it Dan Electro? There's the goddamn. Parker's not around anymore, right?
I don't think so.
Nope. They went defunct in 2016. Good, because those guitars look stupid. Although, I don't know.
Clutch.
Yeah, Dave Navarro had one. So did what's his name from Robin Fink had one for one of the Nine Inch Nails tours. Okay, so we hit a crossroads. I named the show "We Are Now the Enemy." I can either read this document or we can have a press conference. Which would you rather have?
Let's do the press conference, sir.
All right, if you give me just a second here, we have a room full. We should have said this at the beginning of the show, of our friends from the press. The
Oh, you're going to allow
esteemed
questions
Fort
from
Worth-
the
no,
chat
I went
too?
over here. I went
Oh,
over here.
okay.
From the esteemed Fort Worth press score. Let me get in here and
Let me get my microphone out. My fake microphone. Because I'm one of the reporters, right?
yeah, you're
Okay.
gonna ask questions. All right. Everybody, calm down. Everybody, relax. Relax. Everybody, calm down. We're all good.
Guy's got a lot of film.
If you can give me just a minute, I have put together a little something I'd like to say here. I put together. I wrote
I
this
should
out.
Here's the top of the mic.
It starts out. I want to thank everyone for coming out this evening. I want to thank all our local dignitaries and our friends here in the media for coming out this evening.
Chick-ching.
Oh,
Chick-ching.
should I, you want me to hit that again?
There you go.
I'll let them keep taking pictures. I'll get this. As you all know, this is a very important time across the local media landscape where a bunch of changes are being made. And I wanted to share a little story here. Back in 1995, I was in my uncle's 1967 Chevy pickup truck that only had an AM radio. And we used to drive around, run around town, listening to a certain frequency called 1310. And at the time, this was KAAM, home of big band and swing music for all of North Texas. And it was awesome. You remember that?
Vaguely, man.
when it was just, and they used to do dramas, radio.
I was
dramas.
from East Texas.
This
Or
is
I
the
was living
weirdest.
out in East Texas then, so I didn't. When I discovered 1310 pretty much when they started airplay.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry, I'm a
let me get back
reporter.
into-
I'm I interrupted
Sorry,
your
I didn't
press
mean
conference.
to
I'm sorry.
address you straight up Grant, while I'm doing this.
Sorry about that.
On one particular day, there was no big band music coming from the speakers. Instead, it was a bunch of weird voices that weren't meant for radio. It was all sports talk, and that was the day that I was introduced to KTCK 1310, The Ticket.
The ticket.
I listened to the station off and on in my uncle's truck, and in my boombox radio I had in my bedroom, as well as occasionally my VW Beetle that I drove all over town. But I wasn't a huge sports fan. But I knew this station was something cool and something different. I kept listening over the next couple of years, gradually becoming more and more and more of what they now call a P1 to this radio station. And in 1997, cameras. That's what I thought.
You want to take a picture of this part?
You want to?
Oh wait.
What?
I gotta get my microphone back up.
While working out at Tour 18, I had a chance to put faces to the voices I was hearing for the past couple of years. It was the annual Dunham & Miller Open, the first one I had ever been to, and just happened to be working out there the same day that the tournament was happening, and got to pick up a ticket T-shirt and a ticket head card. Do you remember
Ooh,
those?
yes, I do remember that.
Did
you-
what?
Is this gonna end up with the song by Bette Midler?
No.
Did
You're the
you
Wind.
ever know that you?
Did I ask for questions yet?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
God, this is the worst press conference ever. Cameras. All right, there we go. Over the next couple of years, I had various run-ins with different members of the on-air staff here at the radio
have?
station, The Ticket.
I'm sorry. I interrupted.
And I ran, from running Gordo around the racetrack in my company vehicle while he was doing a wireless mic segment during Gordo's Corner to seeing the rant live several times
Gordo
and being
arrested?
in the
At
room.
Green
That
Bay?
was I wasn't at that one.
Oh.
Seeing the Hardline at Broncos several times, or Saggers.
Broncos.
Yeah, they used to come up to
Like
Broncos and do
Saggers?
remotes and Saggers. And
What?
I would hate to say that a lot of this radio station's influence has been a part of this podcast we've done for the last 10 years.
We've talked about them since we started.
We have talked about them. We have paid respect to them. We have said that a lot of the stuff and the way, just wanting to do a podcast kind of comes from just listening to sports talk and guy talk on a sports talk radio station.
Can I ask a question real quick? Have you tried to? Do you know how many times your Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast? Now I know it's weird that I'm interrupting your speech.
This is weird. This is strange.
How many times has the podcast show, the Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast show, attempted to have one of the personalities from that?
A lot. And we've had one.
How many actually came out?
One.
What was his name, sir?
Mr. J. Kemp.
Thank you.
And if you know what's happened
Turned
last
into a
week
lawyer.
on or over the last couple of weeks with the
It's
radio
been rocky
station,
over there.
It's been rocky
Oh,
over
shit.
there, and this is part of what I'm coming to. Now, over the years, we have been told that yes, the mighty Ticket that they have become have lifted and stolen a few ideas from our show. We have that confirmed, not by on-air personalities, but from people behind the scenes, producers, interns, board ops. They have told us this. They have let us know that they like something we did, and they lifted it or they took it. And, it's not really hurt us that much because it's, we tease that it aggravates us that they're stealing some things or some topic ideas or some stuff they've heard the night before that is on the radio the next day, stuff that no one is talking about, but all of a sudden we're talking about, then they steal it. We know. And that whole time, it never bothered me. Did it bother you? Did it upset you? Did it? I mean, it was kind of like
I'm just a member of the press, sir.
I'm asking this particular person of the press. Did it bother you? It never really
Never.
bothered me because, like we had said, we had stolen.
I was
not
honored.
really stolen. We
I thought it was cool.
borrowed a lot of what they had done and a lot of their philosophies from what they've done over the years. Now, over the past little bit, the station has gone through a lot of changes, I'd say, in
Especially
the
lately.
last 2 years.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
my listening has started to wean more and more and more away. And I'm here to make the announcement today.
Oh,
As of
you're breaking up?
yesterday,
Are you breaking up with the
Afternoon.
ticket?
I am here to return my ticket head card that I've had
Dude.
since 1997.
Damn, dude.
I'm ready to give it back. That has my name on it right there.
Hmm.
I'm ready to
It's a
retire my
nasty
ticket head
breakup, I
card.
think.
I'm no longer a P1. There is too much stuff on the radio landscape that's actually interesting now. That's actually entertaining. I'm also going to turn in my
Oh,
ticket
no,
football
man.
cards
Dude.
of Mike,
Let me take
Greg,
Mike's.
and Corby.
You're giving them away. Can I
No,
get
we're going to
Mike's?
hang them on the wall.
Okay, cool.
But I will no longer. I don't find anything on the station entertaining anymore, including my personal hero, Gordon Keith.
Oh.
It's gotten pretty watered down and pretty lame,
Oh, man.
and
Ladies
you know,
and gentlemen.
maybe occasionally I'll turn over
Did
there and
not
see
expect
what's
this.
going on, but I'm done with the ticket.
Absolutely done?
I'm
I'm
done.
sorry.
Yes, I'll take questions now.
Yes, this is Bob Stevens from The Reporter of Tarrant County.
Bob Stevens, welcome.
Is this a ban of the tickets drop page too?
Probably so. We haven't really taken anything from there in a while. I mean, the only thing that is of any value is this.
Get the clothes off, bitch.
But that shit's funny. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's humorous.
That's very funny, especially when it's edited the way it is. If you listen to the edits and that,
Get the clothes off, bitch.
I mean, I love that station. It's been, I mean, it's done so much for the country, period, and radio in
Yeah.
general. Talk radio. I mean, so many.
Those
The
pioneers of
entire sports
That
talk radio
genre,
landscape.
they created that.
But it's not. It is. The announcement they made yesterday was a big disappointment. And listening to the shows that have filled in since Dan and Jake have left are fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. It's just not. I don't give a shit. I don't care. They're not entertaining. There's nothing there to keep me sucked in. And when you have to sit there and fight through as many ads as they have,
Yeah.
to then not really have anything exciting on the other end of the commercials,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm out.
I think.
Oh, there's a question from Andrew of Fort Worth Road.
Oh, sorry.
Do you think the ticket will call and apologize? Do
For
you
what?
think you are owed an apology? No.
What happened?
No, it's all good. For them stealing stuff from us.
Yeah, but we've dealt with this since we started.
Yeah, we've
and it's
dealt
not
with
like
this.
we haven't taken from them. And
Yeah.
but we try to tell people we got that from the ticket on the show. Like, you know, when we usually do grab something from them
We'll
or
say
use something
something.
that's some of their shtick,
Yeah.
we'll let people know that that's something that we've heard and have been influenced by, and that's where that came. It's kind of like comedy when comics talk about jokes that they've heard on other stations or comic clubs.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. So I had another question too.
Now, as for the other podcasts that have stolen stuff from us over the years, we're coming at you. Anyway,
Radio's in a weird way right now
it's
across
in a
the
bad-
board.
Well, okay,
They don't know what to do. They're freaking. Everybody's freaking out because of podcasts.
They have no idea what to do, and that's one of the things that really. So my gradual decline of this, and I'll tell you right now here, Rich. One of the things that really started pushing me away from the ticket was at first when podcasts started growing, and the station automatically started putting commercials out against podcast, and the host, Miller, Junior Miller, and George Dunham were actively talking bad about podcasts, which I get. They're starting to cringe on their territory. You know, you're starting to get Barstool was putting out, you know, an entire
Yeah.
repertoire of of podcasts and stuff. I get that it's starting to encroach on what y'all do, but really, come on, radio's time is fucking up. It's like print and paper. Radio is running out of stuff, and I've got numbers that I could talk about that station in particular from some research that was done last year.
Yeah.
That
Me, I wouldn't.
I'm
we don't
not
need to kick anyone while they're
no,
down.
no, I'm
and
not going to
stuff.
kick anyone down, but it's just the writing's on the wall, and these mega companies like Clear Channel
They
that
fucked
is
it
now
all up, man.
iHeart
Yeah, it's like-
and Cumulus
Yeah.
and all those that are no longer they got to focus on an entire country and not just focusing on one frequency in one
Mhm.
area and taking care of it. It's screwed everything up.
It's not just radio either. Like there's an active conversation going on about from the media giants of the world about this election that's coming up. And they're saying that people are going to dial into podcast and make their decision for the next president more than any other medium. Like this is something that I wanted to talk about last week actually too. Did you hear that stat from No Agenda that said that they were talking about I think it was TV in Finland or somewhere was at a all-time low. It's never been this low since they started TV.
Yeah, wasn't there
And-
a reason behind that though? Like,
They say it's because of podcasts and niche programming and stuff.
yeah,
and
it's
all
all
these
niche programming.
It's
And what's
so-
funny is when we get out of this topic, I want to dive into the next topic, which puts podcast in a giant target.
oh yeah.
But
Is it what you texted me last week? That
Yeah.
list
yeah,
or the
the
that
image,
screenshot
yeah.
thing? Yeah.
So let me answer this question. Itzy Richie's asking, what will be replacing it with? Well, that's the thing is there's so many entertaining podcasts, both within our Fort Worth area that are all our friends. I mean, that's a ton of content to listen to that a lot of times you can't get all that content because you're driving around listening to radio or whatever. Well, I have the ability in my company vehicle, headphones, whatever. I can listen to all those guys. I don't have to listen to the ticket and the same bullshit over and over and over again. And another thing I wanted to bring up when I was talking about the downfall that started turning me off was not just them attacking podcasts. When COVID became a big deal,
Yeah.
when they basically 3 times a week, every show took a segment to talk about how you need to get injected and you need to have this and you need to do that.
Yeah, acting like people that didn't get the shot were fucking weirdos and racist and
I
all
was
that dumb
like,
shit.
come on, guys.
Well,
don't,
remember-
don't waste. People are trying to get away from this shit right now.
Yeah.
Don't beat it in our heads.
That's-
And that's a company
Mm-hmm.
line and you're getting money. Y'all were doing commercials for all the pharmaceutical companies. So that's money coming down the line that their higher ups are telling them you need to do this. And it's not the on-air
You
staff.
think there was a directive
Yeah, definitely
to like the major like Susquehanna or whoever's still around, Clear Channel or
Cumulus has them.
Cumulus and the other one? Do you think there was an actual directive,
Yes.
like an email that was sent to someone and said,
if
"Hey,
you're
get your
doing commercials
VJs or DJs,"
if you're doing
talk
commercials
shit about-
for Moderna or Pfizer on your radio station,
which they did.
did, like actual real commercials, that money's trickling down just like it does for the TV stuff.
Well, that's the thing that bugs me about Fox News stories, because they are always bitching about certain people. One person in particular got kicked off the station, and I'm sure this had something to do with it. Is Tucker Carlson? Everybody hates him, but he lets you know.
unless he's rolling with
He,
Ice
he
Cube.
lets you know that pharmaceutical, there is way too many pharmaceutical commercials on TV right now.
Way
for,
too many.
For,
There's
for
2
America.
countries that do this.
Yes, and we're one of the ones, and we are sick, mentally ill right now.
Yeah.
And there was one guy that over at Fox that I heard that would be like, and Fox has decided to do another pharmaceutical commercial or something like that under his breath or something. Everyone else that it never came up, and it's weird when you have a conservative right wing TV station telling you this stuff, this bad stuff, but then letting all the COVID,
Pharmaceuticals pay for everything.
every one of the vaccine companies, now that new trendy diabetes medicine that is supposedly being used as a weight loss
oh yeah.
enhancer too.
Just had a big conversation with that with
Yeah.
Susie the other day.
Well, that's all you hear now is that, and you're about to die, you need to take this. You're about to die, you need to do this. You need to like. It's,
And then all of them cause you to shit yourself.
yeah, that's one of the first side effects of every single drug we take. You're gonna shit yourself.
Yeah,
You will shit the bed.
you'll shit the bed. The that was a big turnoff. All of that, and then it just became like now
Can I interject
everybody's
one more thing
getting
too?
everybody on the. Yeah, go ahead, because
This is
This will
right
take
in
it.
line with what you're saying about the same topic. Kind of, there was some things that were said. This is what bugged the crap out of me, and it's not. It wasn't just the ticket that did it. It was also the sports station, the fan,
that's
those guys or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
They both would trash like Aaron Rodgers, like people that were taking a stand for what they believed in, what they felt in their heart was the best for their families. And these guys were ripping him and fucking acting like he's almost subhuman. Like what kind of person would
they
do
were doing
that?
that to
They're
everybody.
being selfish. That's selfish. That's selfish. Nazi. Racist.
Well, how's
Blah
that?
blah 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 blah.
How's that selfish when he's just
Looking out for his
himself?
family, like Ice Cube.
That whole interview with Ice Cube, even though it's with Tucker and he looks very weird.
That I was gonna put that in the show notes, dude. He does need to do some re-imaging. You can't cruise around with Ice Cube and have a freaking plaid shirt on.
Yeah, and Ice
Button
Cube's
up
telling him
plaid
how it
shirt.
is. He's like, I never told anybody not to do it. I never told anybody not to take it. I just thought this was right for me and right for my family, and I wanted to take a stand.
Well, that's the most disappointing thing about local radio to me was when they did that. That hurt. That almost hurt my feelings because I was like, dude, you
Just
can't just fucking ostracize your whole more than half your audience
yeah.
by being a
Oh, and
pompous,
they
stuck up fucking.
Now what's funny,
What do we call them now? The
Libet.
Libiot. Your virtue signaling is no good here.
The funny thing now is that all of them have backtracked on it. They're like, well, maybe we should
'Cause
have done that.
all
Or
these
they all
athletes
joke about
keep
it, be like, well,
dropping
maybe we
dead.
shouldn't have talked about that.
Or not dropping dead, but
having heart issues.
yeah.
So yeah, and then it's just the other thing was everybody at the station's getting older. The new talent, I don't give a shit about. I don't have any interest. I don't care about them. I have no ties to them, because they haven't been there forever, and they're just not that good. And I mean, this is all my opinion. I mean, they're just not that good, and the guys that are there are just riding it out for retirement, and so everything's become watered down or
You
lame.
think that's what's happened?
It's not fun anymore. The guys
think-
that I used to listen to and liked, it's all just become lame.
It's a shell of what it was for
Yeah.
sure. I think the thing that one thing about the ticket is this. They caught lightning in a bottle. I don't care what you say. Like Mike Reiner's a genius. He likes
Mhm.
to play like he's not, but he's a genius.
Putting that all together is
but,
awesome.
But the staff that they got, everything about the history of the station was awesome.
Oh, I guess I got to turn in my book
like
too.
almost dreamy. Like that man, dude. You wanted to be Mike Reiner. You wanted to be any one of those
Yeah.
guys. You're like, man, that'd be fucking awesome to be that. And I remember when I worked at the radio station, I was jealous of them. Even their promotion staff, I was like, dude, I wish I could. Man, why didn't I go to the ticket instead of Clear Channel? And I always thought that. And I think it was so badass that they got to a point where there was nothing else. They couldn't go up anymore. They were so badass. They reached their peak, and there was only one way for that to start falling away. And I think,
But they
especially when
held it.
Reiner, they did. They held
They
it for
a long
a ti-
time.
which was amazing.
Long time.
Everybody thought their numbers were going to drop. Everybody thought something
That was
at
the
some point
number one
we're
station.
going to get
Still is.
sick of this. We're going to get sick of this at some point, but they still have been badass. And I think when the scale started tipping a little bit is right when Mike Reiner left. I think that's when things kind of started falling. I mean, it's not his fault or anything,
No.
but that's when the degradation of that awesome sports station
Just
that
fell
we
apart.
grew up with
Yeah.
is kind of it's kind of. I don't know anyone that listens to it anymore. Honestly,
I've been asking around, seeing what what you listen to. No one listens to it anymore.
I'll
Everybody's
listen
started backing away.
to the
There's-
morning show.
Yeah, that was usually what I would listen to for the most part, and yeah, I'm done.
Well, I'm
I'm
sorry to hear that, man.
I'm saying
Does
goodbye.
that mean I have to stop listening too?
No, you don't. But they can steal as many bits now because I won't be listening. You'll have to pay attention. I also need to give away my book, Non-Disclosure, that's in the library. So I got to
Have
get
you
rid
read
of
it?
all this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I read it when it came out.
You gonna go to the the shapeshifter and have your memory wiped or something?
I am. I definitely
So you don't
am.
remember that book?
Yeah, I don't want to remember that book. So on
I do want to buy the Dallas Cowboy book that Junior Miller is working on.
Wha-
I still want that book.
that's the only funny. The two funny bits Junior Miller has is that and Junior Coast to Coast.
You remember when
What's
you
gonna
saw us at
piss
that
me
beer
off now?
festival?
What's gonna piss me off now without Dan and Jake there is the camp out, the compound.
Are they? Man, they're probably not even gonna do that anymore.
There's no one there that's interesting in the compound now. Corby, pfft, lame. Corby's become lame.
There's a lot of people that say that.
Well, there's a lot of people.
I stopped
there.
listening like a while back, so I don't
For
know
that
how he's
happening.
progressing.
So if we
But I
want to
know,
phase off,
I know Donovan's fucking awesome.
yeah, Donovan's great. I've hung out with Donovan quite a few times.
I
out
bet
at
he ends
NASCAR
up at
races. He's cool
across
as
the
shit.
street.
Now, he's super cool and super nice and fun. Rich has a slightly off topic. Is radio for music still viable for musicians? No. Where are you going to be played at around here? Where? What's the rock station of DFW? We're the fourth. What are we? Fifth? Major
Fifth-
market.
We were when I was in when I
Are
was
we
going to
fourth or fifth
UNT.
now?
When I was at UNT, we were fifth.
Did I thought
So I know we
did
were. We've
climb
been
up
in the
to
top
fourth?
5 for a while. Top five.
And let me see. It's 4 or 5. Okay.
It's a big media market.
We have no rock station. We have no modern rock
It's all trap now, bro.
station.
Trap
And
music.
that is shocking.
Trap music, dude.
No one. I mean, can't really say that. But
I want to get a T-shirt made that's the Jerry Jonestown Massacre podcast show. I want the girls down at the Yellow Rose to wear this too.
we're still 5th.
That says, "Make strip clubs not trap again."
Play rock music in strip clubs
Right,
again.
and it just shows a girl on her all fours doing the normal, just twerk, where her
Yeah,
butt
where
just
their
goes
butt's
like
just in the
that,
air.
and the guys
Is
just
it
throw
animated?
money at them and stuff like that. Yeah, it's almost like animated. Like make strip clubs dance again. Make them go do crazy, cool ass dances and
Well, the problem with
donkey shows.
the last few times I've been to them, when you're at
It's a joke.
a club where it's just trap playing, is the girl is just leaning up against the pole and kind of just slightly
Yeah.
shaking and just kind of like,
Yeah,
I don't want a man, no.
It's all mumble rap.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's all the same crap, dude. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah, like we're here.
a lot of. I've had this conversation several times in the last 6 months, maybe a year. The romanticism in strip clubs has been completely taken away.
It's
By
not
trap music.
girls anymore.
No,
like that whole.
Woo.
Yeah,
It's none of that.
none of that. It's
No
not
Friday
fun.
night need a
It's
fight.
just,
My motorcycle and a switchblade knife. Yeah. It's a bunch of strung up like fucking chicks with on Percocets, just shucking. They have enough energy to shake the butt cheeks.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
and then they
Like nice.
they're like, look at my piercing, and cocaine bag comes out. All right, so going from that, and now this is something for all my podcast brethren and all of my alt media brethren. This means you, Fort Worth Weekly, you. I'm talking to you. We 1037 is not that great, the RoboTuner. They don't cater to us though. It's a national chain that's being programmed in either LA or Chicago,
It's
I
a
think.
canned show.
Yeah, it's a can.
It's a or
everything's
satellite
canned.
show probably. KNTU's pretty cool now. I hate that they left the jazz market, but that old alternative 90s,
You know,
man,
what is it?
modern.
987. Everybody's going.
It reminds me of the Edge, which they're not around anymore, are they? The Edge.
No. What's the one that everybody talks about? And here's another thing, real quick. If we're gonna just piss on radio, real quick, all y'all that are going like PBS and NPR is the place for a news source.
No,
Go look at
It's
who
terrible.
their underwriters are,
no,
and
yeah.
then back out and be like, oh,
That's one of those people. When I hear someone sourcing PB, like NPR radio, my this is a dumbass I'm talking to radar starts going crazy, and I don't even have a conversation
Oh.
with them.
That's it. 91.7, guys. 91. Yeah, KXT. That's it. Yeah. That's the local one. Do you ever listen to it?
Every once in a while when
I
I was
mean-
doing the beer job.
It's kind of neat driving around, then all of a sudden your friends pop on. And you're like, hey,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of nifty. All right. So
Now that we got everybody in Fort Worth pissed off at us,
now
and
that everybody's
Dallas,
pissed off at us, now I'm going to tell you we're all on the same team, buddy.
now we're bringing
Uh,
it back together.
bringing our
the-
podcast
the tree of
family.
trust back together.
Our podcast family,
The
back
Knights at the
together.
Round Table. We're gonna have a meeting.
We're sitting down. We got Susie sitting over there. We got Jeff sitting back over there.
Hey guys.
He's back there. He's rolling up a
That
spliff.
didn't sound like Jeff.
That did not sound like Jeff. I can make fake Jeff real quick if you
You
want me to.
could.
I've got him in here. Over there, we've got, look, there's Andrew. The Funky Panther boys are sitting right here.
Unsheath your
them.
weapons
We
and
got
leave them at the door.
Well, we had to leave them all at the door. Cork's Cowtown's over here. Emo Otaku, Lance, Antoine, they're over there. We're all just kind of
need
sitting
those
around.
dudes
We're
to come
hanging
back
out.
on.
Yeah. And then the Forever Reckless ladies, they just sent cookies. Again, they didn't make
They
it to the
ditched
round
us
table.
again.
They're gonna.
It was
pick
over
up everything.
102 degrees, and they're
Yeah.
like, "No,
We're not
it's
going.
not
Here-
happening."
Here's
I
cookies.
don't blame. I don't blame them.
Here's cookies for the round table.
Yeah.
Fill us in later. And then over there, there's Lee from the Fort Worth Weekly. And we're all sitting here in a round table, all looking at each other, going,
He's right here.
yeah. We're
Right
all
next
looking
to
at each
me?
other. Yeah.
Is there going to be an Al Capone thing like the Untouchables or something that happens? Do I need to move?
Julius Caesar. Just
Okay,
kidding.
let me get out of the
The
way.
Ides of March. About to hit you.
Just in case someone
Because the
does a
reason
wild
we're all
swing.
together is because we're all classified as what would be called alternative media. Correct?
Correct.
We're alternative media. We're an alternative media
Aye,
news
aye,
source.
Captain.
We're not. We don't have advertising by the big pharmaceutical companies. We're not being controlled by some entity out of New York or L.A.
Doubt we ever will be.
or Philly.
Philly, I'd be.
We're
I'd be-
alternative media.
I'd-
We
I'd
say
like
what
that.
we want to say. We do what we want to do. We dance how we want to dance. The Addams Family.
I thought you were doing Andrew WK.
I was doing. Oh,
Let's
that would
get
be a
up
better.
August on it.
That's way better than MC Hammer that I just recited. But yeah.
Oh my gosh! I just remembered that song.
We do what we want to do. We
Yeah.
do what the
Hey,
song
we
say,
play what we wanna play.
The Addams Family.
Really? Yeah,
We do what we want to do. Say what they- Okay.
that was his
Anyway, sorry.
apex. Like after that,
Gone. Gone. So the Department of Homeland Security released a
Scary document.
giant document, and a summary was put together. And basically, what it is it's a domestic extremism lexicon, and it goes through and it classifies individuals that are now marked by the government as extremist or considered violent. And I'm going to go through this. First off, number one, military veterans who have fought in foreign wars and are disgruntled about the takeover of the U.S. So, any
That's
veteran
smart.
that's fought, so our Vietnam vets all fall.
I
in
don't
that
know. I don't know
classification?
who's in the clear on this bullshit.
I don't
document.
either. I know a lot of military veterans that have served and have either gone overseas and fought or just served here before things got hot that hate the government. So, whatever. Anti-war individuals or groups. So people that march on anti-war. You're hippies.
Well, wait a second. I don't think that's what they're talking about. I think they're talking about specifically the Ukrainian conflict, and they're talking about us.
Hold on. But anti-war individuals or groups are kind of like the hippies of the 60s, 70s.
Kind of,
that
yeah.
were, yeah. So you, if you're against war, if
There's
you
a-
don't like war, if you're against war,
You're an extremist.
you're in this extreme or violent group. Tax-resistant movement. Groups or individuals who believe taxes violate their constitutional rights.
Okay.
That falls under the 16th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which allow Congress to levy taxes on income.
So if you don't like taxes, you're an extremist now.
So the groups down to the south of us that I've called out in the past, in Keene.
Oh yeah, right on. I
Um,
know what you're talking about.
militia. Those are members who oppose most federal and state laws, regulations, and authority. I don't know many militia members. I mean, really. The Metal Militia is the only one I really know about from back in the day.
The Pit Bulls?
That's a gang, right?
They're not a militia.
I don't think they're a militia. So, alternative media. Those which provide interpretations of events or issues that differ radically from those presented in mass media outlets.
Yeah, it's a war being waged on people like us.
The next group, opponents of open border policies.
That's what all this is intimidation for censorship. This is all this fucking is, man.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of this shit.
So if you don't get, if like the open borders policies, people go back and forth. I mean, you can have, I think, you shouldn't have, I mean, these people need to check in. They don't need to just be able to run across the border. So, I mean, you need to be able to
If
check
you
in and be
logically think
documented.
about
If
something,
you think about it,
you're an extremist.
yeah. Just have them check in.
If you
But
use any
those-
critical thinking skills, you're a racist.
It's those that respond to illegal immigration and oppose government programs that are designed to extend rights to illegal aliens, such as issuing driver's license or national identification cards and providing in-state tuition, medical benefits, or public education. Neither one of us are against any of that. I
Hey.
just want them to check in.
Susie wants to know the name of the document again.
It is, just look up The People Are the Enemy by the DHS, Department of Homeland Security. A single issue. Groups or individuals who focus on a single issue or cause such as animal rights, environment, or anti-abortion. Group members may be associated with more than one issue. See special interest groups or special interest extremist. Hold on.
They're,
Jeff.
watch, they're gonna. I bet you they outlaw the two-way radio pretty soon.
Ham, you can't. How can you stop that?
I mean, it's pretty trackable, isn't it?
I don't know if it is really. Honestly, I don't.
They
I
can.
don't know.
Is a frequency not pegged?
Well, I mean, you
With-
have to triangulate it like everything else.
Yeah. So if
You'd
they
have to-
want
you'd
to start
have to
getting
find
rid of
someone.
people that are doing,
Susie, check your text messages.
if they want to do the handhelds,
So
I don't know.
I don't know either. The final one is the Patriot Movement, a term used by right-wing extremists to link their beliefs to those commonly associated with the American Revolution. See also Christian patriots, patriot groups, and constitutionalists. That's the only one on this entire fucking list that makes sense to me. All the others, single issue. So if you are PETA,
Mhm.
and you believe in animal rights, or you're in the band Skinny Puppy,
Did you know Danny Carey played drums for Skinny Puppy for a little bit?
Yeah.
I never knew
yeah,
that.
Skinny Puppy has all sorts of superstars roll in and out. So anyway,
Sorry about that.
if you're all for animal rights, you're an extremist by the DHS. You are now a domestic extremist.
See, I don't understand why this does not scare the shit out of everybody across
This
all
is
political
everybody.
backgrounds.
This is everybody.
This is a power. This is an attempt at power. This is an attempt at intimidation for podcasts to shut the fuck up because they're scared. It gets back to what I was talking about. How these multimedia conglomerates are fucking freaking out because they think the next presidential decision is going to be made by people doing their own critical thinking and investigating certain topics. That's what they're scared of, is people getting informed.
Well, it's in your alternative papers, like we're talking about the Fort Worth Weekly, when the stuff they put out there that we've bitched about them being very left leaning over the past quite a bit. Not being fair or whatever. It's their choice, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we're being realistic and we're not just trying to punch them in the balls or be playing around
We're not-
assholes towards them,
Right.
But you can write what you want, but even if say what's his face writes an article that differs from what mass media is putting out there, that like Channel 5 or the Star Telegram or I don't know, Channel 8 are writing about something that's going on in downtown Fort Worth.
That's exact. This
if
gets
Edward Brown writes something different than that,
yes.
you're
Yes.
you're an extremist. You're
This-
against it.
This is
guess
exactly
what's
why I
going
don't
on?
understand why companies like the Fort Worth Weekly aren't freaking the fuck out. They're the next level.
They may be.
They're the ones that are gonna fucking be next.
And it's
No,
easy to shut off a. It's easy
but
to shut
spread
off a
but
paper.
the thing is they won't spread the word and let people notice because I don't think the people that work there believe it. It's like they think everything's moving along just fine
well,
in the media world.
that's
They need to be
Us-
telling people, hey,
that's kind of assumptions because we really don't know how they believe because we're not in their offices or anything.
that's true. We can't assume what they're talking about behind closed doors. You
Yeah.
make a very good point.
We don't know if they, maybe they haven't seen this, but maybe they have and been like, oh shit.
Right.
You know, we gotta-
that's a good point.
And it could be, we've kind of bullshitted about them becoming more tame, and this could be the taming of media.
well, that
You're trying to tame them
you
down
can take
so that
this
way you
all the
don't
way
fall
back
out.
to our last topic too.
The
with the
taming of
ticket.
the ticket.
Yes, the ticket used to be
reason they're-
cool when they were creative and had
They were
funny
punk
bits.
rock, and
Right.
now they're not.
Exactly.
And it could be because, they're
Yeah.
getting looked upon, or their parent company is being
See-
watched upon and scared of being fined for not following.
That's the thing
the
that
path
probably
they should
scares
be.
the shit out of people like Corby and Gordo. Is that because the thing that made them fucking badass, they can't do anymore.
They can't do it.
They've gotten a directive, and you can tell they've gotten the whole, hey, we need to be more woke. Okay? Someone
And
told
they'll
them
play
that.
around with that.
But
They'll play around.
yes,
and,
they-
"Oh, we
they
gotta be
do.
woke. We gotta
They,
be woke."
right. But they became it too.
Yeah.
They did that to themselves. So
Well, the
like we
parent
can say
company.
that it's the media changing and all that all you want, but I guarantee you they've lost a lot of listenership because of their fucking bullshit taking a stand for anything and just doing exactly what the every other media market and every big wig is telling them to do.
And that could be a big play of all of what you just said. Could be like they've been bought by several different major media companies over the years,
Mm-hmm.
and from Susquehanna to Cumulus to whatever.
Right.
And that could be the reason is their parent company is like, you can't be doing this shit anymore because
That's
the government's breathing down our neck and wants us to toe the company line
that's
of
why
what's going on.
that's
in this
why
country.
when I hear people kicking these local radio stations that we grew up with in the nuts, that's why I'm totally not on board with that because I see their side too. They got to be freaking not happy about the situation either, about how like they were influenced to tote the company line and act like that's the way the general public needs to believe. That's the thing is man, they're just trying to survive and do their job too. Like COVID fucked everything up. It fucked up that like their mentality. Everything got fucked up by that. And so in their minds, they're going, well, I mean, I love this gig and every other radio station's doing the same thing. I might as well, keep being on the air and keep saying this stupid shit all the time.
So
Did I just talk in a big ass circle? Was that in a circle,
you
Susie?
started with COVID and you went back to COVID. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope I made sense, but because it's a tricky situation and it's hard to put your thumb on the radio industry and what they should and shouldn't be doing right now.
the other thing that is real shocking from this piece of paper that they put out, and this is a summary. This title page is a summary of what went into this giant report. The DHS has established dozens of fusion centers in cities and states across the country to monitor domestic activity. Local, state, and federal agents from DHS, CIA, and DOJ share information concerning the activities of citizens. Now, here we go. Activities monitored by the fusion centers overlap with those stated in the DHS report lexicon above and further include the following. If you are a person that does this,
If you're a frequent masturbator,
you better watch your ass if you frequently reference the Constitution. So, it's my First Amendment right to do this, and I'm going to plead the Fifth, and I'm going to...
those videos are getting old. All the constitutional Joe getting pulled over and like barely rolling his
Are you
window
talking-
down. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything you say. I'm executing my constitutional right
Yeah.
now.
And then you got your guns, it's my Second Amendment right to carry
Yeah.
a gun around. Then
Yeah.
what's the one about getting rid of the president because he's mentally unstable? Which should be fucking happening. Okay, so if you support a third-party candidate,
That
you might
Is
be a redneck. I mean,
completely insane.
you're an extremist. You know,
How-
I'm going to do this all in
This
Jeff,
is insane.
I'm going to do this all in Jeff Foxworthy voice.
You should, because
if
this
you
is insane.
support a third party candidate, you might be an extremist. If you support an audit of the Federal Reserve, you might be a domestic
Do
extremist.
you know anyone that wants to audit the
I
Federal
have
Reserve?
no idea. Who talks about that? You know what, honey? You know what needs to fucking happen in this country? The Federal Reserve needs a goddamn audit.
You're so right. I've been thinking that for 20 years now. They need to audit the shit out of them, Billy.
I hope someone gets in there and counts all that money.
Look at my boobies. How do they look tonight?
They're a little bit saggy. All right.
Well, good. We're going
They are.
saggers.
Barry's right. Look, Barry's in the room. They are. The independents are almost always the best.
Yeah,
They always
It's
are.
true.
What's his name that was running for
that's the
independent?
truth.
The country singer that was a big deal.
Oh, Pat Green.
No,
Pat
not
Green
him.
made a shit ton staying independent.
Not him. The one that was actually running for
President?
No, he's running for governor. And everybody had bumper stickers like "such and such is my governor," and he was a country guy, and he was an older dude, and oh my god,
I remember Kiki.
Kiki Friedman. Yes,
No, I thought he was just some Jewish guy that was a cowboy. I didn't know he was in a band.
Yeah, he played music and stuff. He ran around with guitar.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
What was the name of his band?
the Kiki Friedman Experience.
Was it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Hey, chat room. That dude was cool, man.
Yeah, he was cool.
That's when our Texas government was cool. Like, we had Ann Richards still hanging around, smoking cigarettes and doing shots of whiskey.
I Love You When It Rains, The Bridge That Wouldn't Burn, Mandela's Blues, Poncho and Lefty.
Dude, chat room, get me a Kinky Friedman shirt. I would love that. Double XL.
I want a
Hopefully-
shirt.
Single XL pretty soon, hopefully,
I need a shirt.
because I'm going to start playing drums.
We can't talk. Do not talk about the shirts I've made.
Oh, the ones that you sent me the picture. Oh, yeah,
I don't want anybody
won't.
stealing those
I won't.
because I also want
You
another
better tell
shirt.
your brother down in Austin too. Don't show this to anyone.
Oh no. I meant I don't want anybody running around with. It's all good.
No, I'm just saying,
no,
tell
yeah.
Jeremy
No,
the
Jeremy
same
is-
thing.
Yeah, okay. Jeremy, don't show.
Don't tell anyone,
your
Jeremy,
face off.
because someone in Austin will steal that.
If you are opposed to a carbon tax to be paid to the World Bank, you might be a domestic extremist.
I don't even know what a carbon tax is.
That's if your
Is it-
country is causing so much pollution.
The citizens have to pay an extra tax for it.
There will be a carbon tax that has to be paid to the World Bank. And who the fuck runs the World Bank?
Klaus,
Hey.
hello, I am here.
Hello.
I am here.
One of the things I meant to tell you, bringing up Klaus, is
That's who we need to be taking out.
Fredericksburg.
A lot of Klaus's down there.
Well, you got a
How many
um,
Teslas?
I only saw like one, but
What?
yeah.
It's probably too far for the charge.
Well, the thing is, that's Germantown, and it's surrounded by a bunch
Hello,
of German.
Dustin.
It's surrounded by a bunch of German
Would
communities.
you like to touch
that
my
whole
wife?
part of the hill country is real German, and I felt
yeah.
myself becoming so powerful.
I bet you did, man.
So- It was like I
Did
was
you put the
being-
old outfit on?
I felt so good.
Did you find the old duck suit?
I was so infused with the power
Did you
of
get your
my
big old boots on? and-
ancestors that
I
fled
bet you
the
did,
motherland.
man.
Oh God!
I bet you were so close to shaving your mustache to right here.
I had no low T down there.
Where are the pictures of you with your mustache?
You know what I was gonna get you? Now I have one more gift for you. I was gonna get you a Stein. I was gonna get a Stein.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
talked about this forever.
Yeah.
$300 fucking
Yeah.
for the badass ones. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, because I wanted the metal lid. I wanted everything. All right, and finally, if you have an opposition to the U.S. submission to the United Nations or to the World Health Organization,
Scary.
you are a domestic extremist. The FBI's InfraGard program, in addition to collecting data internally, FBI agents work within the private sector with businesses which report on citizens' suspicious activities.
That is so Nazi-esque. Remember when when the Nazis were asking the French people to turn their own people in, and they were that sounds straight out of a Nazi playbook.
And what's his name that still runs around this country? turned on all his Jewish people, turned all them in.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do. He's an old man. He's in a lot
Klaus
of
Schwab.
power. No, he's the one that they always say George Soros.
Oh yeah.
And then it says the U.S. Department of Defense current training manual advises personnel that political protest, admittedly protected under the First Amendment, is to be regarded as low-level terrorism. So if you ever have a political protest, if you, like when everybody was running around downtown Fort Worth for Black Lives Matter, or if you go down there for women's rights, that's now considered low-level terrorism.
That's the thing, is a lot of people think that this is just applying to conservatives and right wing. Yeah, it is right now. But guess what? It's going to swing around to you. If the government's cracking down on one side, trust me, they're going to crack down on the other side just
this
as well.
right here, this entire paper, there is no.
But that's the thing.
Middle
right
aisle.
now,
This is right and
now it's
left
being
all over
weapon.
it.
But you have to admit, right now it's being weaponized against the right. It totally is being weaponized against
that
the right
Patriot
right now.
movement is, but alternative media is basically ran by the left. Like
No.
all your alternative papers and stuff are real left leaning. There's a few right, but most of
But
your
you got to
majority-
remember that the only way that the right can even get anything out right now is with podcasts. So it's for both sides. You're right, but right now I would say it's being more weaponized against the right.
Yeah, I was thinking more paper
But-
alternative media.
But that's the thing, that when you talk to a liberal that hasn't been around too long following this kind of stuff, you're like, when you tell them, hey, you need to start paying attention to this because it's going to happen to you and your side and the views that you care about at some point, that you don't just let this keep happening. That's the thing that's scary. And
Your animal rights people, your environmentalists,
right,
I mean, they're on this list, and those are two subjects that are deeply
that's what's amazing.
seated in
That's
the left.
brings me back to that's why it's amazing that the Fort Worth Weekly is not screaming at the top of their lungs about stuff like this. And you said they might be behind closed doors,
Yeah, we don't know.
but their publication isn't.
Yeah, they're not publishing it. But this is the weirdest and scariest
Scary.
fucking document I've seen in a while.
That's not.
In a
Hey,
while.
Dustin,
Yeah, there you go. RoboTuner, the Rolling Stone magazine's far left.
big time, big time,
Perry Farrell's far left.
big time, big time.
We never got in that conversation.
Um,
But before we
scary,
sign off,
scary stuff, man.
I just want everyone to know, yes, I know my enemies. They're the teachers who taught me to fight. Compromise, conformity, assimilation, submission, ignorance, hypocrisy, brutality, and the elite, all which are American dreams.
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 All which are American
All
dreams.
which are American dreams. That's a weird way to stop the show.
That's a good way to end that segment, though. That's pretty money.
That was.
I like that. So aliens are real.
Man, it's so hardcore right now, dude. Like, I seriously have had this conversation in the last week probably 6 times. Mandy, I'm just going to start smoking cigarettes again. It's
Yeah,
over.
it's
The
over.
writing's on the wall.
Or is this all Project Bluebeam? Are they?
Either
is it all
way-
a mask? To
Either way,
shoot- to trick all of
it's
us?
all over.
Yeah, this is fun. We live in fun
It is
times.
fun. This is the funnest
But you know
times
what?
ever.
You know what I like is when you go out to the hill country where my people have set up their
Easy.
their cities.
Easy.
And I felt myself become more powerful than
Easy.
ever before. I could just see
Easy.
the German blood racing through my body, through my veins as I looked down. And I was like,
I'm easy.
it's weird. It's like,
Easy, buddy.
you know how in the Temple of Doom, when you had the 3 stones together, they'd glow? Well, I was down there with my people, and I just started becoming...
Kalibal, they shook the day.
So, when you're down in little small towns like that, and you're just around people that just don't give a shit about stuff like this or anything that's going on, or they're in their own world. I think that's majority.
Man, everyone I know that I care about, I tell them, get out of the city. move to the country.
It's becoming so fucking expensive though.
I know, because everybody's doing it.
Everybody's doing it,
Either that or missile silo.
and those are becoming more and more rare to buy.
And already bought by the elites.
Yeah, which they compromise. All of which, never mind. Yeah, the
Go
alien
ahead,
thing is
do it
weird.
again. We can do it
No, we can
again.
do it. It's weird. It's very, very weird. I don't know.
Did you see the guy that
wanna know where this is going.
testified? I wanted to bring this up last show, but there was no way. There was too much. Everybody was coming in hot that day.
Yeah, and I was getting hot.
Yeah. So there was a guy that testified before the Senate committee or congressional committee.
David.
There was 3 of them, and one of them
was the pilot, the
yeah,
F-18 pilot.
and one was the pilot. Let me have a little hit of that, sir.
This is
One
the
was the pilot,
This is the one that burns.
and
pretty
he
good.
seemed. Is that the rye? The rye.
No, this is the barrel proof.
Do a little bit more.
Are you sure?
Okay, yeah, you're right. I do have to drive home.
No, it's not that. This is tough.
Oh, you mean going down?
Yeah.
So I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, no, the people that were testifying.
Oh, one of them was a Fruit Loop. And this Fruit Loop, did you hear what he said?
Which one?
He said that he's seen the bodies.
The CIA guy,
Was he CIA?
David Grouch.
Does
he's-
his brain not seem melted a little bit though when he speaks?
Though, okay, then that wasn't him. The
This-
whistleblower is the one that
There was 3 of them.
he's the one who did the documentary that I sent you guys.
Oh,
Close
he
Encounters
is?
of the Fifth Kind.
Okay.
No. That's the CIA guy. That's
The guitarist
whistleblower.
for Blink-182.
He was in that documentary, but he didn't do the documentary.
Okay.
But
You saw the guy say it though.
yeah, I saw that other guy say
That
it,
there
yeah.
are bodies that
Yeah.
are being held right now.
Yeah.
Of aliens.
But the whole thing, if you're a CIA whistleblower that's supposed to be giving away all this data, and you're in front of Congress, why do you keep being secret about it? Why don't you talk about it or put it out there? That's how you whistleblow, dumbass. Hey, do we have anything tasty in there? Not a Coke. I don't want a Coke. We got anything? I don't know. I don't want moonshine. I want a beer. But I'm starting to hate beer. No, that's too big. I don't need a quad. Yeah, I'll drink this. What the hell? Deep Ellum IPA. I don't care. Anyway, so that guy, I sent you a document that you and Jeremy, I think I sent it over to Susie.
sent you a document.
Did I send it to Susie and Jeff too? But it's called Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. It's on YouTube. It's a free thing to watch. Did you watch it?
I have not yet.
That's the one that made me go, it burns, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one that made me go, I got done watching it and I didn't know what to believe or what the hell was going on in my life. I started questioning everything.
Was this recent?
Yeah,
One of your recent? Because you sent like 3 in the last
this
24
is
hours,
the
haven't
long
you?
one. No, this was the one before.
It was like a week ago?
It was on Friday. Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Need to watch that. It's
I will.
it's 2 hours. Some of it's you're kind of like, meh, but there's stuff in there that I was trying to debunk, and they have video and evidence of it, not just photos.
You can't find a funky edit or anything?
I don't know how the fuck they did this. Everything looks right.
That's the one thing that's the scariest about one of those guys that testified in front of Congress was the fact that he said what these vehicles were doing in the air is not humanly possible, and he knows for 100% that there's no one that has that kind of technology at all on Earth.
That's the guy that did this documentary.
Okay.
You need to watch it
I think-
tonight. And you may not sleep, but it makes me want to now go back out to the desert. Bad.
Man,
And watch the sky, just like we did, unstacked, and watch the sky.
see what weird stuff happens when it's
Because we
unstacking?
the whole night we saw satellites flying over.
Yeah.
I swear that one night we saw the space station fly over.
Did you know they had peyote down there? We were walking amongst peyote.
Yeah.
I never knew that. I never knew that Big Bend's like one of the only places on Earth, or not Earth, in America.
US.
Yeah, the U.S. that you can get it,
Mhm.
and you can go stumble across it out in the desert.
I'm surprised you didn't find any on your spirit walk.
I
Where
am
the
too.
spiders were
It's a good
talking to
thing
you.
that I didn't. Maybe I did find some, and that's what happened. But by the way,
I'm gonna kill all of you. The
little-
next morning.
a little left turn here. Did you watch that documentary yet? That's on National Geographic, the Disney stream
No.
on Big Ben.
Oh no, I haven't watched that one.
Man, you gotta watch it.
I need
dude.
to watch
It'll
that
freak
one.
you out. You'll be like, I want to go back now.
If we're gonna Netflix and chill and talk about stuff, because this is
Yeah, let's do it.
we haven't talked about the big deaths. We'll get to that here at the very end. But two things to watch on Netflix that I think are really cool. They released this Unknown series, and there's 4 parts. One's about drones or AI killing machines. The second one is about Cave of Bones, which I watched yesterday.
That's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
I think I saw
Cave of Bones is awesome.
the title and was like, what's that all about?
It was cool.
Yeah.
I dug it. And then
I just saw the show card.
the one that made me just sit there like Eddie Vedder in Singles,
Looking at
watching-
bees.
looking at bees, was the Unknown Lost, In Search of the Lost Pyramid or the Lost Pyramid or whatever. And I was like, I need to get my hat and my whip, and I need to go over there and show them how this archaeology shit's done. And then they have one on the Webb telescope, and that one blew my mind because I didn't know they've been working on that thing for like 30 years.
Yeah.
And they're talking about how they did everything, and that one was really awesome. That whole Unknown series, I haven't watched the killer AI drone whatever,
I haven't watched
killer
that
AI
either.
machines. I haven't watched that one,
I haven't watched most of these.
but that one was awesome. Then last night I also started How to Become a Cult Leader.
I saw that and almost started it last night.
It's funny. It's serious.
There's animation in it, right?
Yeah, the topic's serious, and it's not as dumb as Kunkel on Earth.
Kunkel on Earth.
Yeah, Kunkel on Earth was funny. It's not as stupid as that, but this one has the whole premise of the entire series is you're going to start a cult. Well, here's what you don't do, and they go through each cult
Yeah.
and how they failed.
Let me guess?
And it's pretty awesome.
Did Nicolas Cage do the
He didn't cuss.
narration?
No.
Shit, they should have got him.
No, what's his name did? God, I just from Game of Thrones, little man.
Oh yeah. Therion.
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh, his real name?
Yeah, his
Oh,
real name.
man,
I can't
I
think
never
of his name
can
right
remember.
now. But
It's like
he
a
d-
basic name.
yeah, he did all the narration. He's
So-
great.
Uh,
He's like, so you want to start a cult? Well, here's what you need to do,
I'll check that out
and they
for
break
sure.
it down, and it's pretty great. Peter Dinklage, yes,
Peter
thank you, Rich.
Dinklage, yeah,
Thank you.
that's it. Yeah, he's been in the news. Some.
Yeah. And then
He started a ruckus about he threw his hat into the woke games, the Game of Woke Thrones.
who hasn't? Did you watch Witcher? Are you
I'm not
into
a Witcher, man. Everybody that's seen it says I would probably enjoy it, but I've never watched. I see that there's another. It's up on Netflix, so I have a feeling I know what you're going to talk about, even though I don't give a fuck.
No, Homeboy's in it. Superman, Henry Cavill. Everybody thinks he's hot or whatever.
Like Superman, whatever. Like I haven't watched a Superman movie and like
New
Lex
Superman.
Luger.
No, it's new Superman. Henry Cavill. He's the
Sexy man?
Justice League Superman era.
Is he sexy?
Everybody thinks he is. I don't know. Whatever.
Does he have a nice bulge?
I forgot what he was in. He was in Chuck. If you ever watched that show, Chuck, he was a bad guy in Chuck
I don't remember
for
Chuck.
a season. Oh, you don't? Where the guy worked at a Best Buy wannabe store and was a secret agent,
No.
spy.
Oh, was that right before COVID?
The-
Way before?
12 years.
Oh,
before
never
COVID,
mind.
20
No,
years.
I
before COVID.
don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, Henry Cavill, he's the Witcher. I've watched all 3 seasons now. I've finished it. He's done with the series. He's pissed because he's a big Witcher comic book reader and everything, and he got pissed because the story's straying way too much.
Kind of like with Walking Dead.
And so he's like, I'm done. I'm not going to be the Witcher anymore or whatever. And this was supposed to be his last season. I don't understand what the fuck happened in the last 2 episodes. I don't. I need someone. I need cliff notes of what
You're gonna have to ask the chat room because I've never seen one episode of this show.
I know, and I was hoping you had and you knew, but I don't understand.
many seasons are
what the 3
So I could easily just catch up.
hot chicks naked all over the place?
I'm in.
All right, see, that's all I have to do to get you to watch the show. There's this documentary about Everest. There are naked chicks all in it.
I'm in.
Oh,
When are we go? Are we gonna watch it at Omni?
Yes,
IMAX.
Oppenheimer. Well, there are tits in Oppenheimer.
Hey, did you
so-
see that yet?
No. I need
See
to.
Barbie yet?
No.
Any desire?
Yeah, for both.
Yeah, one maybe.
I've been busy.
Other, yeah.
I've been busy.
I have no one. I have -% desire to see fucking Barbie. You know what Barbie was to me? It was the way I tortured my sister. I'd rip their heads off
That's
and
what I
cut their
did.
fucking hair and like make it all satanic and draw
Well,
pentagrams
no,
on
and
their
this
foreheads.
one's all pro woman
Well, that's even better. I have no desire to fucking see something
because you
stupid.
hate women.
No, that came out weird.
Walking
No,
you all in
I
this.
love women.
Can I
Let me just eject.
bitch about women for a second? Can I talk bad about women for
Sure.
a second? What the fuck's with this World Cup team?
Just don't do this now. That's an. You know what?
They're not making it past the round of 16.
They're a
They're
bunch of-
awful.
They're a bunch of whiny cunts.
Okay, but they're that you.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. The fact that our soccer team, our women's U.S. representatives have become little fucking pretentious victims, and we owe them the world. Like they act like they're entitled brats.
You're the best in the world, but you play like shit.
That's the other thing. It doesn't help that they suck.
They suck.
Yeah.
They all this talk and all this hype of how they're the best in the world. They're going to bring another one home. They're going to bring another. This
Oh,
is the
man.
best team the U.S. has ever put out in any sport at any time ever. Fuck the 82 or 84 U.S. men's hockey team. Fuck them. We don't need them because this is the best thing that's ever happened in the world. Is this team, and they're going to bring home
I'll
a
go
fourth
one
World
step
Cup.
further. You want to?
They're not making it out of the round of 16.
I'll go one step further. You want nuts so bad? Drop a pair.
Labia balls. They're awful.
They blow. Not even watchable.
Portugal? Really?
Dude, I turned it off in 7 minutes the first game.
Well, Vietnam
first
was a little
match.
different. Vietnam was okay.
No. The one where everybody started freaking out on our text thread. I turned it on for 2 minutes and like, I'm not watching
was
this
the second
shit.
game.
I'm not going to watch this shit.
Yeah, that was the second game. It was awful. They both the last two games have been terrible. If they have Sweden in the round of 16, out.
It is not I believe I will
They're
win.
done.
It is not I believe that I will
No.
win at all.
They're
It is I
done.
believe
This
that
is
I
a
need more ketamine.
Terrible team. Terrible team.
I believe I need some more Lexa Pro. That's what it is. That's fucking what it is.
It is just a
It's a
giant,
bunch of entitled brats. That's what it looks like to me.
They do seem kind of entitled the way they walk out there and the way they treat other teams pre-match is very
They look
weird.
down on them and stuff. Like,
It's very shitty.
your
It's like
country believes that.
it's like Man City looking at
this.
the rest of the EPL
Not me though. I'm pretty open to everything.
or the team, Man City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pep doesn't.
Yeah,
Did you hear about Pep? Fucking
being an F1.
no.
Why does he
Yeah,
keep showing up at races?
He's
He's got a job to
Did
do.
you hear he showed up at a soccer match and decided they didn't have a ref? It was like a
For the kids.
and the
And they
parents ran him off.
They said
They thought he was terrible.
They said he was awful, and then one of the parents were like, "Wait a second,
Yeah, after they
Pep."
kicked him out. They
And
kicked one of the greatest, like right now, current coaches
that knows the ins and outs
that was
of the
trying
game.
to tell
great.
the kids how to play better soccer.
Yeah.
They kicked him out of the game.
He was being a ref and also coaching both teams, like kind of telling the kids,
Was he
"Hey,
got
do this,
4
do this, do
titles
this."
now? Is it 3 or 4?
I don't know. It's your
Yeah,
team.
the first one. The first
You
one
take
wasn't
care.
the first. The last one, or back when I first got my divorce, I don't think Pep was coaching then. Insane, dude. The world's gone to hell in a handbasket, and it's not coming back with the Terran Fire at all.
Throwing him off the pitch of a kid's game. All right, so we kind of talked about this earlier. Hijack. Must
Haven't
watch
seen it.
on Apple TV. Then
Linus.
you threw out Linus.
Must watch. Amazon.
I'm going to start that. Jack Ryan.
Hang on, I gotta
Oh,
explain
Linus.
something real quick.
You ever been a cowboy? You know a cowboy? You
There's a
been cowboy
writer,
up?
or there's a guy that's created this. The
How many
creator.
4-6's beer commercials are there before it?
I haven't seen any because I'm watching it on the stream and not the network. Like I think
Okay.
MTV showing it network. I'm
Okay.
watching the Paramount stream. So
This episode
I'm
of
sure-
Linus is brought to you by 4-6's
4-6's.
beer.
anyway, great plot,
Yeah.
great story, and I'm gonna let you catch up to me. We're gonna revisit this. I'm gonna tell everyone that's listening, hey, check out Linus on Lioness, not Linus like the the peanuts.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That'd be awesome. It's all about a guy that sleeps.
We should do that. We
It's
should
a-
do the Linus show.
Here's you a 30-minute show of a guy sleeping.
Dude, I've got so many show
When he gets to
ideas
sleep
right
when they
now,
slept.
and I think we should roll with them because the writers' strike. I think we should. There's a lot of things that
we
we've
should
talked
scab
about.
out and cross the line.
There's a lot of things. Yes. No, we should be scabs.
Okay.
I have so many great comedy ideas. You have so many great comedy ideas that we've been sitting on for 20 years.
Do you know people that have cards?
Yeah, I know a few.
No, but people that have cards, SAG cards,
Right.
that are doing podcasts right now are getting attacked for working,
Stupid.
doing their podcast.
Like by the industry or people, like the public, or
by
listeners and stuff.
by other card members. I mean, that's usually what you get attacked by is other people in the union. I'm in the worst union in the world, Rich. The worst. Communication Workers of America is the worst union I've ever seen in my life.
So it's
No one wants to do
it's Sheridan
shit.
Taylor, or is it Sheridan Taylor or Taylor
Tyler.
Sheridan? Is it Tyler or Taylor?
I don't know. But yeah, it's him.
It's him who does Yellowstone, does all the Yellowstone spin-offs, does was it Kingstown, Mayor of Kingstown.
which I still haven't watched.
What we'll do is you can catch up. There's 3 episodes. The chat room, go ahead and catch up so we can talk about this.
is it
And,
about is it about a chick? Since it's called Linus.
It is.
Is it?
It is. It's about a female. Absolutely.
Are there boobs?
Both the main characters are extremely hot.
Are there
And
nude?
yes,
Okay, then I'm in.
yes.
I'm in
It's-
like you.
It's I love the first episodes that I've only watched 2. I haven't watched the third one. There is 3 out right now, and I love the first 2. But let's see if the same old cliche things that's shoved in this type of creator's writing starts getting on my nerves because I'm already seeing it.
Is it a mouthy female that thinks she runs the world?
Has these stupid soliloquies where she's
She has to
the
give out
first
these
day
things?
I was on the range. I
Not
met
that
my
one.
first love,
Not
and then
that
I
one.
died.
I'm talking about what's
Or
her
he
name from
died.
Yellowstone.
I'm sorry,
where,
I'm a zombie.
look at me, I'm rich and I'm a badass, and I'll talk to you however I want.
Oh, Beth?
Yeah.
No,
And
no,
none of those weird
no.
Beth things.
I don't see Beth. Like she just reminds me of someone that I would never be in a relationship with. Like I would love to. Let's face it, we would. You and I would both probably like. I'm in to for a. We're at billiards and I'm backing myself into a corner on it.
Yeah, you might want to climb out of this on your own. Because I don't.
I'm saying
I don't know.
that I would
wouldn't.
take a lovely woman like that home and we could play
don't know.
Parcheesi,
I don't know.
but I would never be in a relationship with that type of woman. Like not like that or like that. Or you forgot what we're talking about now.
Where are we? Why is this microphone in front of me?
Anyway, Tyler Sheridan, whatever what the guy's name is, who wants to be less famous.
This part of the JJTM is brought to you by 4-6.
You need to hire Dustin and I, man. You want to do some real creative
Yeah,
work
well,
and
you
be
know-
a badass. Some guys that can write.
We got connections.
up.
We should get him on the show.
Oh, we were almost on this show.
We were.
So we got
almost on the
COVID.
show. You got COVID, and I was like,
He's
"Ah,
about to die.
He's about to die. I better not go.
Suck City. You crazy, man. Crazy.
Suck City on CWA,
Oh,
Communication Workers of America.
I didn't read the rest of it.
The other thing that kind of flew out of me like a wet fart.
Nicole Kidman is in it, Barry.
Oh,
By the way.
okay. I'm in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And
He's
still,
got a thing for redheads then. What? Tyler Sheridan, he's got redheads in every show.
Oh, yeah.
He's
You're
got a thing
right.
for redheads.
Yeah, you're right, dude. You're absolutely right.
I have a theory about redheads. You want me to pass
I
it
could
to you?
probably prove it to you real quick.
Okay.
I've known some redheads.
I have a feeling that
Why
you
are
know.
we talking about this?
Well, I have this whole theory because there was a ton running around Fredericksburg. That
Does Fredericksburg have a ginger outbreak?
well, I don't know. Maybe they're coming in to become more powerful like me. Wow. When I'm around my people.
Wearing your funny outfit.
When I'm in my lederhosen.
Gustav.
I'm not in that outfit. I'm not in an SS uniform.
Well, it damn sure looks like one when you're playing that golf game. You got a military hat on.
I'm in
and
a
everything.
t-shirt and shorts.
It's the signal
and
that you were
socks.
doing, which was like
'Cause I
high,
just
except your
swung
palm
a-
was facing down.
with a Wii controller in my
I,
hand.
I don't see the Wii control.
Oh, okay.
It might have been edited out.
Anyway, that's probably Look, I'll take this. out.
Everybody is
Look
going,
at this
what
in there."
in the hell are they talking about?
So here's the deal. You want my redhead theory? Or you want to talk about
Yeah,
Jack
no,
Ryan?
let's hear it. Let's go ahead and hear it, man. We got time. Oh,
So
no, we don't. We got 15 minutes.
and I gotta go shoot the moon.
And I gotta pee.
I'm gonna take pictures of the moon tonight.
You're gonna show out the moon.
I'm gonna go out and look at the moon because
When I
my
looked at the
life
stars
I saw
that
my
last
life
night,
inside of it.
I could
And
say my future.
We can do dialogues for
We
Tyler
sure could.
Sheridan.
Yeah, I think people
Taylor
don't realize
Sheridan.
how good we are at the dialogues and the narrations because that book we did last minute and it was definitely hot in here. We just got it done as soon as
You know
possible.
what pisses me off is we didn't walk around Big Ben looking for a vinegarin. We failed. We could have found one, and then you could have read the story
know.
to a vinegarin. What if we had video of you reading your book that, hey, if people don't know, Matt has a bestseller up somewhere where
Is
he,
it? It's not best.
on Audible. It's a bestseller short story book.
There's no way it's a bad. How come I'm not making money? He gave me a gift certificate.
Mine didn't even work.
I don't know if mine did either. Was it Applebee's?
Where's it at?
Anyway, I can't believe
It's
we
down
blew
here
that.
somewhere. But
I'm
I
killing
have it.
myself tonight.
It's a bestseller, and you are the voice on Audible. You could get a SAG card.
I probably
You
could.
definitely could get an IMDb now.
Actually, probably both of us could.
I could get an IMDb.
All right, let's get one. That'd be wild.
It's just a pain in the
You know how many
ass.
times my mom be like, "This you?
Look,
Is this real? This
you don't believe me?
did you fuck a
listen.
dumpster?"
Listen, hold on.
Vinegar.
I'm gonna-
Vinegaroon is a short story I wrote for the 2019
Listen to this
Voucher
intro.
Con
Listen.
anthology, Denim, Diamonds, and Death.
How come
edited
that guy
by
never
Rick
comes and
Hollerman
shakes our
published
hand?
by Down and Out Books.
Listen to this part right here.
The 50th anniversary of this convention
Don't
was
play
held
it.
in
No,
Dallas,
son of a
Texas.
bitch.
Just
So
tease
all
it.
the short stories,
A scorpion.
Hold
a
on.
weekly podcast.
Here we go, right here. I want you to listen to this
I
part.
needed the right voice and came across that in the Jerry Jonestown Massacre, a weekly podcast from Matt Stubbs and Dustin Schneider.
How you doing?
Check it out
Hey.
at jerryjonestownmassacre.com.
Yeah, check it out.
A huge thanks to Matt Stubbs for narrating
You're welcome,
and
buddy.
Dustin Schneider for directing and engineering the audio.
And
Listen,
we sweat our balls off.
And-
Vinegaroon by John Shepard.
This
The
is
old
awesome.
lady didn't trust banks.
I thought I
She
did
buried
terrible.
her money. I was there to take it.
All right, enough.
We played I Was on
I gotta
Cheating before
pee.
the show. We played this. All right. Last thing. If you want
Vinegar.
bigger, that was kind of hardcore, wasn't it? Go grab it. Go
Vinegarins.
listen to it. Go get it.
Yeah,
Go
that
get it
did-
now.
I would like to meet the guy that wrote it too. If you still listen to us, John.
Well, he lives in
His
Arizona,
name's
right?
John. Right? I was in Arizona. How come he didn't look me up?
Yeah, John. Send us an email.
Vinegaroons.
We need to have an email. We need to meet up. We need to have some beers.
We need to have that drop. Vinegaroons. Why'd you make me do it that hardcore?
Next week. Vinegaroons.
I want you to pretty much yell Vinegaroons. Vinegaroons.
If you ever need a beer out at the 466 Ranches, Vinegaroons.
There's a Vinegaroon.
Drumeo is the thing on here, and then we have two.
Yeah, Drumeo.
You've been following down this path. It's weird that I sent the Drumeo thing, and then you're like, I've been watching Drumeo for a while now.
Well, it's only
It's
been a
like,
week because yeah, I
yeah.
told you why.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, okay. If you're not, go look up Drumeo.
It's a pretty cool
Um,
website, actually. Or
I
app.
watched-
They have an app too.
Yeah, they have an app. I watched
I
a
think.
video a few weeks ago of
This thing's
I can't remember the guy's name now all of a sudden, but it's the first time he's ever heard Tool Schism. And it's all about drummers. There's this whole series that's about drummers that have it's the first time they've heard a song and they play drums to it. Now, he was allowed to listen to Danny Carey's drums on Schism, but the one they released a couple of days ago was the drummer from Megadeth. I can't remember his name now because it's German and we've never
Well,
been
here we go again.
We've never been close to each other, so we haven't gotten powerful off each other's scent.
Vinegarons.
Vinegar. So, but he plays the Killer's Mr. Brightside. And it's awesome because he doesn't get to hear the drum track. He hears the song without the drums, and then he's mapping stuff out. And then they're like, all right, now that you heard the song,
Play it.
next track, play it. Or play what you would over this. And then they compare it to the original and stuff. And the whole series is badass. They got another pop girl.
Genius idea.
Genius idea. A girl that's a pop drummer plays to Slipknot, which was pretty awesome because she's laughing through the whole thing at first. She has to do a couple of takes because she's like, I don't even, what is happening?
Yeah.
And she's laughing and stuff. And the whole series is really, really cool. But go check it out. It sucked me into a wormhole late last night and today.
Yeah, definitely.
I got into that. And then, so we're at the end of the show.
We didn't get to Jack Ryan, but both of us seen it.
Yeah,
we'll
we
tell
did.
You about it
I
next
said it was
week.
a wet fart.
Oh, so you agree with me?
Yeah, it's terrible. This
Okay, good.
season 3 is terrible. It was not fun.
No,
And
I
it,
even
it
think
jumped
dude,
around weird.
It did. It flew by the seat of your pants. It was kind of like the
Pam wasn't in it.
Pam wasn't in it, but I'm pretty sure he broke the barrier
Third
at one point and did a gym. It's at like the first or second episode. I'm,
He
I'm
looked at the
pretty
camera
sure
and went-
he looked at the camera and went.
Just stared.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I got to go back and watch that now.
I know. I do too.
Yeah.
It's in either the first or the second episode.
I'm gonna have
He's
to watch
walking into an office, and I remember something happening. He just kind of goes. I was like, "Well, there's Jim. I guess he got his little nod
Not in.
into the office."
So the
I didn't think the fight sequences were as good. I didn't think I thought
nothing
it
was good. It was
the-
all weak.
Didn't you think the
Even
edits?
the shooting. The only
We're
time
not giving anything away here.
the only cool thing was the very beginning, that secret Black Ops Special Forces that goes into
That gets killed.
no. Oh yeah, they get attacked.
Mhm.
But when they're going through the palace, they're doing shit
Right.
right, and then they go up to the guy that's sleeping and just.
It was very Zero
the
Dark
picture.
30ish though. It was like it had been.
That's
It
the
was
way they work,
influenced.
though.
True.
That's the way they
But
work. 4-man teams cruising
shit.
around. I
Man,
mean, it's
now
every
you made
Tom
me lose my
Clancy
train
book
of thought, man.
and video game. A 4-man team.
Oh, did you not find? This is not giving anything away. But when Jim Jack, when Jim Jack,
Yeah.
was at the beach with his buddy Manhattan or is it November? What's his name, Mr. November? Or,
Yeah.
and
I know
the
you're
other
talking
dude, the Mexican dude.
Yeah.
What didn't that edit confuse the shit out of you?
It
Did
confused-
you lose
no.
all spatial sense of
There were
what the fuck was going on?
There's a couple times in this season
was
I
terrible
had
editing.
to rewind it and go, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with The Witcher. What the fuck is going on? I don't
Right.
understand anymore.
Have they stopped editing?
I'm
are
not
they-
doing anything. When I
Has
watch these,
Amazon stopped editing?
I don't know. Is it the strike?
I don't know,
They
man.
it's like
Th-
AI's
but you're
editing.
right. This season had about 3 different times where you're going, what the fuck? Like, I can't follow the editing. You're jump cutting. You're doing stupid shit. I'm getting these weird, like,
Time
almost
things?
motion sickness because we're on the side of a beach that's looking up at a mountain where a guy's in reverse, but I don't know if that guy's in reverse or if he's coming forward. And then all of a sudden I get attacked from the back from a guy that Jack saw a mile away coming at him, but somehow they snuck up on him.
It's like the thing from Holy Grail. They're running forever
It's so
and ever and ever, and then all of a sudden they're there.
I thought I was going to see Jack with one of those horses, the broom horses, and start running around like
Coconuts.
Yeah.
With the coconuts. It was very like the editing in it's really bad. And I don't know if they're trying to get things in time wise
I
or
don't
whatever.
either.
But I mean,
It felt very last Star Wars.
Hijack is awesome.
I
want
wanna
to
see that.
Silo's good once you get into it.
Okay, I'll give it a couple more
Silo's
episodes.
good.
I just love Rashida Jones, and I feel like my girl's gone.
She's gone.
Is she ever gonna not look hot? Ever? Is she ever gonna start aging?
Like,
You know, she's
that's the
our
weird
age.
thing. Yeah, the weird thing
And
is,
she's-
like they tried to ugly her up in
and she
this,
still
and
looked
she's still
good.
good looking. The final thing I want to talk about real quick: Sinead O'Connor passed away,
Read on my note.
and Matt typed in here, "Are we really surprised?" Vinegaroon,
I mean, she'd been flirting with this for a good 20 years now.
the guy that's the voice of Vinegaroon, wrote in our show notes, "Are we really surprised?"
I did.
That's,
I wanted to make sure
I
you
mean,
saw
it's
it.
sad.
Here, I'm gonna
That's
bold it.
technically, if she, committed. You bolded it and italicized it. And underlined it now. Great. Now, that's going to be the show notes. The picture for the show card. Are we really surprised? If she really did take her own life, that's 2 big ones within the last
Oh yeah.
week. It doesn't have to be that big. Leave it, because that is it.
Wait, I gotta do question marks too, though. Hang on.
Okay, don't let it wrap around.
Oh, fuck.
Nope,
That's some
it's gonna
alien
wrap around.
language.
You made it too big.
Yeah, I'll have to close it down.
Nope. What
And
are you
hit the
doing?
right
You don't
keys.
know how to do a question mark? It's shift and the one behind
All
backslash
right, let me
or forward slash.
You're not supposed to say that part out loud.
So
There you go.
I don't know anything about the guy from Euphoria that died. I've only seen like 2 episodes of that show, and it creeped me out. I felt like I was watching like underage porn, so I stopped.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
You warned me about that, and like, don't
It's
watch it.
strange.
Stubbs. You have daughters.
Although that Sydney Sweeney, who was also in White Lotus,
I don't want to talk about her.
because she's good looking, and she even became more good looking to me when I found out she did a whole photo shoot being Anna Nicole Smith for an anniversary thing, and I was like, that works. That works. I'm not gonna say why it works.
No,
but
you
it
can
works.
explain. I think people are. I think people would like to know if they don't know already.
They both didn't have saggers.
They couldn't go to Broncos. I mean, Saggers.
No, they couldn't.
Dude, we're gonna get a cease and desist from Broncos pretty soon.
The other death, the one that hit me hard and hurt, was Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman. What? You have your issues with him?
No.
What?
No.
Are you still holding off
No,
that he jacked
I'm
off in a
not.
movie
No,
theater?
I
in
think
a
that's
adult
greatness.
movie theater?
I've watched porn that had that happen, so I don't mind that at all.
I'm
not. No, I don't have any. Wait, time out. I don't have anything against the guy because he liked to rub him off in public.
You just don't think he's great? The episodes he's been in and What We Do in the Shadows?
Awesome.
Yes.
Yes. I'm talking about what made him big.
Pee-wee?
I was never into it, man.
You
I
never
always
watched
was
Pee Wee's
like, "Dude,
Playhouse?
This fucking sucks.
The movie's okay. Oh, the movie's a classic. I'm not going to lie. But Playhouse was all right. You didn't like Cherry?
Nah, man, I wasn't really into it,
Make a
dude.
like a
I-
high,
I
make a
don't know.
hiney ho?
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
But for
Make
the
a like
most
a
part,
high,
I
make a
was-
shiny ho.
I was trying to watch like Max Headroom and Spuds McKenzie and TV.
Spuds McKenzie had his own TV show?
I don't know. I just threw that in there because it's the same time period. I thought.
Every Saturday morning, man. Saturday morning cartoons. He was the sign-off in our area, I thought.
I didn't
right?
get to watch Nickelodeon like you because I didn't have cable.
It
on
wasn't
Saturday morning.
Nickelodeon.
I know.
It was on regular.
It was on Channel 4, wasn't it?
I think so.
CBS back then.
I think so. But yeah, who was his mailman? Forgot. There was a bunch of famous
Karl
people
Malone?
that came through all the time. Maybe it was Carl Malone. I think you're right. The mailman was Carl Malone.
I mean, he's the mailman, right?
He is the mailman. You're right. You're right. Pee Wee's great. I don't know. It
I suck.
sucks.
It does suck because he was
Carl Malone.
like, old and 70. I can't believe he was
I can't
70
believe he
years
was
old.
70
man.
either.
That blows my mind.
How did Pee Wee Herman die and Biden's still alive?
I think that every time someone dies, I'm like,
Or
how
Mitch
the-
McConnell.
dude, what does Joe Biden have on the Grim Reaper? Like, what kind of blackmail material does he have on the Grim Reaper?
Like, how are these guys? What's her name?
McConnell?
Should be dead.
Dude, thanks for the great memes, by the way. Everyone. Thank you for the great
Got
memes.
so much stuff on that.
But, dude. And what's her face? Yeah.
He was stacking.
What's her name? He was stacking, dude. He was like, when,
Mitch McConnell.
you know
was
how when we're out
stacking.
in public and sometimes we accidentally take too much? For instance, cicada. And all of a sudden we'll run into one of us and we're just going,
Hey.
hey, Dustin, man. Hey, do you want to say anything else?
No, I'm Mitch McConnelling.
Let's go, Dustin. Let's just go down here, man.
Fuck, let's start a new trend.
Mitchin?
On Reels, on Facebook Reels or
Just do
whatever.
some Mitchin'?
Facebook Reels or Instagram Reels. We do it's hashtag Mitch McConnell. Everybody was doing, what was that thing? You were planking for a while, and then what was the thing where you were like Batman over a thing? What was that called? Help me. He's God damn it. He Mitch McConnell on me. What's it called? Where you were Batman?
Yeah, the ice challenge, the Batman,
and
Batman dad or whatever, and all
the
that
thing
shit.
you were like, I'm gonna do this. We need to start a whole thing. We need to start a whole thing where it's just
That's how we'll
videos
end the
where
show
we
tonight.
Mitch McConnell's. So yeah, that's all that's on here. So tonight, let's Mitch McConnell it out.